I don't care if you've been up hunting monsters all night. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cronus. Oh my goodness, our video stream is down already. Great start to this beginning. Don't worry, it's about to come up. All right. Actually, across from me is Stitch.
Welcome to the United States of Wakanda.
And on my far right, Old Ninja.
Some of y'all don't understand. A hunter must hunt.
And on right next to me is your boy Blue.
Yeah, sex is cool, but have you ever had pure dakeness? Because you're about to get some.
Dirty nasty.
All right, fill some time real quick. I gotta fix this goddamn
Show for show. We back. We are minus Prodigy. He got himself.
Did he get locked up again?
He caught a case. Yeah. We'll just leave it like that.
He caught a Facebook case.
He's at home on house arrest. He's got the ankle monitor on. Maybe
I thought he was trying to pull a Joe West, taking care of his children.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Zuckerberg came down.
Trying to be a responsible black father.
Nah, he ain't doing that. That is for sure not the truth.
Well, he might join us in the chat room a little bit later on.
Zuck's gonna let him do that?
He might have ways. He might be able to smash on the keyboard and figure something out.
Yeah. Monkey needs a hug.
So, Old Ninja, who is living in the dirt this week?
Pretty famous.
Yeah, well, we had a Glee star.
Ah, fuck that dude.
No, we ain't talking about that shit.
Yeah, I just said we had a Glee star. I didn't say it was, but he killed himself.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Child molesting.
I'll give a shout out to Gian. He's actually the first to comment in the chat room, and it's his birthday. So happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you for joining us in the chat.
Old Ninja's gonna jump out a cake for you.
Why aren't you getting drunk? Oh, that's right. You got a kid. Congratulations on the kid. All right. Our listener of the week would be, once again, Mr. X, and besides that would be Tricorn Avenger.
That's an interesting name.
Good name.
It's pretty unique.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Tricorn Avenger.
Awesome.
Damn.
And then I want to
Is
give
that for Wakanda?
Is it from Wakanda?
No,
I'm just asking.
not everything's from Wakanda yet.
Asking for
You gotta wait a couple more weeks.
Well, tomorrow starts Wakanda month.
Taking it back.
All Wakanda everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, just a quick couple of special shout outs for people who commented in our YouTube videos. These are the people who first commented. That wasn't an actual request for a video, so that's the reason why they're on the list. So first up we have Matthews Martinez. Hope I pronounced your name right. He says, I want to hear you guys. So when I posted up the last video before I react to the Anita video, I accidentally kept the audio track on there, so all you could hear was just the music. You couldn't actually hear us, and people actually complained about it. So this was one of the first person that complained.
So he gave a false bullshit disclaimer before it.
No, he
sounds like we sold out.
No, the person commented saying that they wanted to hear us and they couldn't. So I actually had to redo the video and post it back up, and people were commenting back, like, oh, okay, this is better.
Got it.
Yeah, it's funny because some people complain that we talk over the video, even though we say right in the beginning we're gonna talk over the video.
And then next up is Evelyn Oliveira. I hope I pronounced that right.
Evelyn Oliveira.
Yeah.
Oliveira.
So they said much better with the audio. Exum said nice reaction, and a special thanks also to Giovanna
Soares.
Yeah, Soares. We didn't know what Machika meant, and they were able to translate it for us. So what it means is breaking, colliding, or making impact with something, and it comes from the Caribbeans.
So you gotta machika that fucking like button.
Yeah. Machika.
Wow.
All right, moving on. What do you want to talk about first, gentlemen?
Do we want to talk about this triggering news? Or at least it might trigger.
Set it up.
What triggering news?
So apparently, with her UFC career done, it looks like Ronda Rousey has signed a deal with the WWE.
That was the biggest surprise to nobody.
What's why are people triggered?
No, I figured you might get triggered, saying she might get knocked out in her.
It's just to let you know, it's make believe.
Oh!
So there's, they're gonna lose. Yeah, I mean,
more people have died in wrestling than have died in the UFC.
Yeah.
So
you can't
from doing crazy stunts.
you can't fake gravity. Ask Owen Hart.
Oh,
I'm happy for her going to the. I mean, I'm actually sad that she's not gonna come back to the UFC because she could have still been good, but she didn't want to leave her fucking coach. You know, it's her shitbag coach. So you know, it's her mistake, and If y'all didn't know, she's been a huge wrestling fan since she was a kid. That's where she gets her nickname from, Ronda Rousey from Roddy Piper. And she actually came out, like her logo and her whole look is like Roddy Piper.
It's like the white with like the sort of lightning bolt. Yeah.
Is she gonna have bagpipes and stuff too, and wear a kilt?
No, but she did wear that jacket. No kilt though.
Yeah, it was like that leather jacket. It was sort of definitely a tribute to him, which I mean, I don't have any issue with it. I give her a lot of shit, but I mean, we'll see.
She's not going to come out as
WWE.
She's not going to come out as Captain Marvel.
No.
Did you see that picture of Captain Marvel's ass? The lack thereof.
Lack thereof.
Yeah. That was awful.
Yeah.
Somebody photoshopped.
Not that you need an ass to play Captain Marvel. I'm just saying. Well, they had it. It was next to the
Superman.
The not Superman, and he had like it was basically looked like he was smuggling 2 fucking cantaloupes, and she had like a fucking flat board. Oh, it was just like, dude.
Yeah,
it's all bad.
But I mean, I saw. I guess a little bit of people thought that it was sort of took away from WWE's Women's Royal Rumble that they had. I mean, I enjoyed wrestling back in the day. I don't really watch it too much now. And I guess for this Royal Rumble, they also had a women's 30-woman Rumble and everything. And
so they got a roster, 30 women.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, I mean, that's cool and everything. And I saw a couple people in, like, comment sections. So you take that with a huge grain of salt, saying that maybe, it took away from the moment of the historical moment from all these. Because I guess they had some of their old WWE wrestlers like Trish Stratus come in. I don't really care.
Well, those people are stupid because her coming in, even though I understand sort of what they're talking about, but her coming in is going to make more people watch that event, and it's going to give that women's division way more visibility. That's what she did for the MMA, females MMA. You know, she made that women visible. Whether she's controversial or not, she's the one that really made it big. Besides Gina Carano, Gina Carano started it, and she fucking lit that shit on fire. So
Vince McMahon knows how to market WWE. I mean, I don't know if it's him, Shane, or the daughter Stephanie that really runs the show, or Triple H. They all seem to have their hands in different brackets of it.
I know they were talking about that Ronda was talking with Triple H, and he kind of motivated her to join WWE.
Well, he married into that family. So I mean,
it's weird to see him go from like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, not Triple H, like before he had that persona.
Oh yeah, he was just all British and
he was like a nobody.
Yeah,
and to see him go from that to like super yoked, and now he's like basically wrestling royalty.
Yeah, he's set for life.
Do WWE still have like villains and good guys as far as wrestlers go?
They're called heels and faces, motherfucker. All right,
I never knew that shit.
I used to be a huge wrestling fan, so
I just knew bad guys and good guys.
Yeah, they're heels and faces.
Yeah, so that'll be it'll be cool to see how that thing. I just think that we'll have to see because with WWE it's mainly charisma.
Yeah,
that's what I think helps you elevate your star power. I mean, you can be jacked, yoked, and be like a kick-ass.
Sometimes.
Wait, well.
There's a few people that have gotten like a lot of decent fame with basically no personality. The Ultimate Warrior. There's been
okay. Well,
I'm trying to think of charisma. I don't even know what Ultimate Warrior sounds like.
Personality.
Yeah, but he had
the charisma of just being just
crazy. That's not charisma though.
That is charisma.
Just running out, fucking shaking shit. That ain't charisma.
Getting hit and fucking shaking it off.
I don't even say anything.
But I think having either a really good stick,
handlebar tassels,
or charisma, or some sort of crazy personality that like elevates you. Like Stone Cold was just like the first crazy, like over the top, just I don't give a fuck, badass, just smashing beers and stunning everybody.
The ultimate redneck.
The Rock was another huge personality, and then every once in a while you have those, I don't want to call them freaks, but just like super jacked, like they're Andre the Giant, Goldberg, Big Show, Brock Lesnar. So hopefully, I mean, she gets really successful, and she's already got a following with her before this. So we'll see how they play it out.
Well, I hope that she talks to The Rock. Well, The Rock in particular. Actually, Stone Cold could probably help her too, because those are the two guys that figured out, because they both were wrestlers previously, and they had different personas that basically were garbage.
Yeah.
And they just took their normal persona and just amped it up to like 20, and that's how they became.
This also, there's been other UFC fighters go, like Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock, yeah, he was real successful.
Yeah, he was real successful, and there was another one in my head that just slipped my brain. But even people from other avenues, like Kurt Angle was an Olympic wrestler, and he went over to WWE.
There's been a few.
And they've been successful and been able to transfer over really well.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see
went from wrestling, transfer to porn?
What?
Who? Yeah, like China.
I wouldn't say transfer to porn. She did a porn video.
Yeah, but then she did mainstream porn after. She has numerous videos. In fact, one of them, she was She-Hulk. Yeah, I said had. Did I said have?
You said has.
Oh, had. Yeah, had. All right.
You guys ever see the Rock's video where he watched his first WWE fight and he
I
like
remember. He was. It's hilarious because he used to be.
He used to be hated. They used to chant "Die Rocky Die" when he came out.
I can't remember his Rocky Maivia or something.
It was Rocky Maivia.
Yeah,
that's who he was.
And he just had his curly like sort of hair, and he was down with like the I think the Nation of Domination.
Yeah,
no, that was after that.
Oh, it was okay. That was the second crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because first he was Rocky Maivia, and actually they gave him a pretty good like intro into WWF at the time. They actually had him win a belt pretty much on his first time out.
Yeah.
Which is like unheard of.
Yeah.
And then after that is where shit kind of like fell apart.
Yeah, and he's got that lineage with his family. His dad was a real famous wrestler,
Rocky Johnson, and he's part of the God damn, I forget the name of the family, but basically almost every single Polynesian wrestler you see is part of this same family.
Yeah.
Was it? I know what you're talking about too. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it.
Someone with like a T or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got serious heritage.
Gotcha.
That was from his mom's side. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
For sure. So, what's going on with this?
Wait, before we switch gears, since we're talking about wrestling, y'all guys hear about Vince McMahon might bring back the XFL?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, apparently he did. Full announcement.
This is the perfect time. It's the fucking perfect time because the NFL is on the fucking downstroke. It really is. I don't know, people don't want to admit it, but they're catching shit from both sides with the whole fucking Colin Kaepernick thing and the CTE thing, which doesn't fucking help.
Oh yeah.
But the Colin Kaepernick thing, they did the worst thing possible. They could have either had the guy play or make it so nobody can kneel. They did neither of those. They're catching shit from both sides. So literally both sides are fucking boycotting the NFL, and they're having fucking historical lows right now.
Well, Vince McMahon said already. He made these comments saying that there will be nobody with criminal convictions, and there will be no.
So wait, he's not gonna have any players,
and there'll be no political activism going on in his XFL. Which I mean, if you're trying to start your own, I guess, league, and you want to get some superstars that aren't really in the NFL, like people were already talking about, we'll get Johnny Manziel. Well, Manziel's got a record.
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's going to be PB football. It's going to be little kids playing.
Yeah. And I mean, for those that don't know or maybe are too young to remember, there was an XFL previously. They did like a 30 for 30 recently, and it's pretty interesting to see where they made mistakes back in the first run of it, because it was really tied into like TV rights with NBC.
Yeah.
And they couldn't, Vince, I guess, couldn't do all of the crazy stuff he wanted to because he was tied into NBC getting their money. But now that the WWE has pretty much, they're just printing money at this point.
Yeah.
They have their own network. I guess he can go balls to the wall with whatever it is that he wants to do.
I remember one of the problems they had was that the players, they didn't have like their names on their jersey. They had like nicknames.
That wasn't a problem.
No, that was cool.
That was awesome.
He hate me.
Yeah, he hate me was like one of the best dudes.
Yeah, but like you couldn't really. I mean, I guess you know the nickname of the person, but you never like actually got to know the player.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know the player's name, but if he was getting checks based off royalties off that jersey, that was popular. I would rock a He Hate Me jersey right now if I saw the store.
Listen, I fucking love the XFL when I watch it. They're the first. They're the ones that brought us that fucking 360 cam bullshit.
Yeah.
That you see in the NFL because basically they put the cameras in all the stadiums, and the NFL was like, oh, thanks. So they just fucking bought it. But yeah, they had like really innovative shit. I think they even had like the first Skycam or whatever.
Yeah, on the wire where it's
they brought a lot of really innovative shit that is now in the NFL. Yeah. And yeah, the whole nickname thing, they had like a semi-different rule set too. It was really fun to watch.
They had the scramble for the ball. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
They're all like, it was interesting, but I was watching a few of it. I'm wondering if he's resurrecting the same teams from before, or is there adding new teams?
They haven't announced it yet. From what I read, I think there's going to be either 12 teams, something around 12 or 8 to 12 teams.
What was the San Francisco team? Was it the Demons?
Demons.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, off topic. Let's get back on topic in a second. But what's your favorite NBA team? Somebody's asking in the chat room.
Lakers.
Oh, Ninja.
Warriors.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say
the Globetrotters.
Boys and Girls Club.
It's all Girl Scouts.
And I'm not a huge fan of basketball, but it'd probably be the Warriors since I'm close. So, yeah. But if it was like historical, probably the fucking Bulls back in the day. But,
And Prodigy's a Warrior fan, but he's not here.
That's for Laura in the chat room. There you go.
Yes, we interact. What were we saying?
NFL.
Oh yeah, so they haven't announced the cities or the team names yet, any of the actual logistics behind it, but it looks like it's going to be dropping in 2020. So be interesting to see how it plays out and everything. My only concern is that while I think it'll be interesting at first, if they're not putting out like a quality product, I think the gimmicks might wear a little thin. And a recent example would be that Big Three basketball. That they had going on
very well because they're older players though.
Yeah, they had older players, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we got Allen Iverson," and Iverson just wasn't showing up for games. He was just hanging out at blackjack tables and shit. So
was that like the professional flag football league that they tried having recently?
No, it's like the 3-on-3 basketball where the Ice Cube was one of the
the managers,
the owners or backers behind it and everything. And it was interesting. They had a lot of like recently retired NBA players, so they had that name and star power. And I watched a couple games, but it was just kind of like watching an old man ball at the YMCA. Yeah. I mean, you're watching like these guys go to the hole and they just can't get up anymore. Like you're 6'10", you can't dunk it. You're like
that's a lot of knee wraps.
Yeah, people getting injured.
I can smell the Bengay through the TV.
Damn. You just hear kneecaps popping every time somebody runs.
Yeah, that's scary.
I wonder if they just have like on the side, like just a fucking whole tray of like cadaver ACLs.
Oh god,
lined up, ready to go.
They have zippers on their knees so they can replace their kneecaps. Interesting. I actually didn't know this about the XFL is that there was only 8 teams.
Yeah,
originally.
And there was the Thunderbolts, the Enforcers, the New York, New Jersey Hitmen, the Orlando Rage, Las Vegas Outlaws, Los Angeles Extremes, Memphis Maniacs, and the San Francisco Demons.
Those are all badass names, by the way.
They're all pretty badass.
And they were playing. They weren't playing in like high school.
Playing stadiums.
They were playing in like legit stadiums.
Yeah.
Like I know the Demons were playing at it was called Pac Bell Park, but AT&T. The LA one was down in like the Coliseum, so they had a pretty good foundation of what it is that they wanted to do. So
hold up, each name sounds like a Mega Man boss.
It's 8 of them, so you know. They know what's up.
And their rules the fields back then was only 50 yards, right? It wasn't like a full.
No, you're thinking Arena League.
Arenas.
Oh, okay, Arena League. That's what I'm thinking of.
Arena's actually really fun. We should actually go to some games. Those are fun to fucking watch.
Shit. I thought Arena got like dismantled.
I thought they
did. They? I went to a couple games.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I thought they were done.
Oh, because my sister's best friend's husband was like an assistant coach for one of the teams.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're around anymore. They might be, but someone in the chat was actually talking about bringing back the San Jose SaberCats.
Yeah, they were good.
So I don't know if Arena football's still around.
Yeah.
I'll
check on that.
I got to see Alex Smith in person when he was real shitty. Yeah.
I got to see Colin Kaepernick in person before he was starting.
It looks like it.
Is it?
They still have a website.
Because they play it when it's off season in the NFL, so it's great.
Yeah.
So if you're like feeding for
I don't know if the San Jose team, maybe the San Jose team isn't around. I have no idea. Because I know Bon Jovi bought one of the team. He bought like the Philadelphia Soul, but I don't really pay too much attention to the Arena League. It just happens to be on like ESPN 2 or 3 randomly.
The Ocho.
Yeah, I don't think there's a California team anymore because everything is like Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Cleveland. It's all like East Coast.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
Northeast.
Yeah. All right.
So what's going on with this school teacher that I guess went off on the military?
Yeah, did y'all watch this?
No, I just heard about it.
I saw the headline, but I didn't get a chance to actually watch the video.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I should have watched the video. So Mr. X, I heard about it, but I didn't watch the video because I'm like, I don't want to get mad.
Wow. Rage.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, well, if he wants to hear our opinion on the podcast, I guess I'll talk about it. I'll have to watch the video. So this is in high school, all right? And so this kid in high school, he's wearing a Marines sweater, and then in the classroom, there's this fucking teacher that just goes off about the military, and he's talking about how people that join the military are fucking stupid, like, and he's like cursing at the kids, and he's like, they join for these benefits, like going to college. They don't fucking go to college. None of them ever finish college. They're all fucking dumb. They don't, they don't believe in education. They're not students, and he's just talking all this shit about the military.
This was in California, right?
Yeah, talking all this shit about fucking the military, and like as a kid was recording, and it was just like, dude, like. Look, I don't look at my time in the military through like fucking rose-colored glasses, because I mean, you heard me talk about the military. I'm not super pro-military. I mean, I did my time. They gave me a lot of good skills, but it came at a cost. All right, I think that most people should understand what that cost is, especially in this day and age. But for somebody to sit there and say that people in the military are stupid and they can't do anything else with their lives and shit like that, that's just dumb as fuck.
Yeah, because like there's people who get degrees and then go into the military.
Yeah.
So they go to college and then go to the military.
And I know people that have gotten out of the military and have gotten degrees, like multiple degrees. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Some of our politicians are.
And there's people that go to college and get all kinds of degrees that just end up being fuckboys in real life and can't just function. So I mean, it's a mixed bag. It's just like with everything in life.
And I just think that he was basically saying that we're all losers. It's like, hey man, look, like. I'm pretty sure I make double what that motherfucker makes. Like, probably more than double. You know what I mean?
I don't want to shit on teachers, but
I'll shit on that guy, though. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's like crazy, because like usually the military is trying to they get contracts and stuff, but they're still getting innovative stuff. They're still getting like top of the line stuff that we're not going to see out in the streets or whatnot. So it's like they're working with people doing cutting edge stuff. It's not like they're just sitting around like doing nothing. Well, that's just one aspect of it.
Right, but this is the problem that I have with this guy's whole fucking rant about the military. First of all, I had a problem with the language that he was using in front of children. Like, he was just cursing and saying all this and some of the shit was racist shit.
Oh, wow.
It was fucked up. And then I think the whole thing that he missed was that he doesn't understand that two things. One thing is that somebody has to protect this fucking country. All right, somebody has to. So if that's not you, that's fine, but don't shit on the folks that do. And then two, not everybody joins the military just for some benefits. We join the military, to protect our country. And I know what that becomes, benefits, shit like that. But to be honest, when I joined the military, it wasn't my last option. It was my best option, because I didn't give a shit about school, because the fucking assholes like that guy. Because the whole system that we have of the school system is it's fucked up. And if that guy doesn't recognize that, then he's just as useless as the rest of the people that don't realize that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wonder what I didn't watch the video. Was it just? Do we know what sparked the whole thing, or he just randomly saw the T-shirt and just started going off on it? Or
that's what it was.
Has he said has anyone? Has this guy been suspended?
He's been removed from the city council, and I think he's...
Oh, he's on the city council?
Yeah. Oh, he's been removed. And I think he's been suspended as a teacher. I'm pretty sure he has been.
I would love to hear his... Not to rationalize with it, but I would be like, where are you coming from with this? Like,
I don't understand.
Especially if you're, as I just found out, I guess a city council member.
Yeah.
Then how do you feel about people like the fire department or the police department?
Yeah.
Like, why are you singling out military for some reason? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like he went to basically minimal amount of college. Like, the motherfucker didn't have a PhD. He wasn't a fucking professor. You were teaching high school, bro. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it's a hard job, but there's harder jobs, and for you to sit there and think that the military is not a fucking hard job, listen, we got to go through a fucking whole shitload of training too, and we have to fucking basically write a check with our fucking life. Like, if you don't understand like the significance of that to protect this country, then I guess you're what's wrong with America, basically.
Yeah,
you're part of what's wrong.
I don't understand where would this come from, because so far I've known a few people that were, when they were young, they were probably going to end up in jail or dead, and they end up going to the military and complete total change. They come out with life skills, end up starting families, some start businesses, some do all that, but they all still honor their time and that they had in the military. They feel like the military changed them around.
I have it all figured out. He came home the night before and some Navy SEAL was pounding his fucking wife, and he just decided to take it out on little kid wearing
the black one,
the anchor, the eagle anchor shirt.
Oh damn! So
anchor.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna say this because Prodigy's not here. Black Patrol Military Edition.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, I got a video for you to watch.
The funny thing is, listen, I mean, I joined the military, but my reasons were, it was part of my plan. Like, I was like, look, I don't want to go to college, so let's just figure out the best way to fucking make money, continuing what I want to do, which is work on computers.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, why, first of all, why the fuck would I pay in my field? Why would I pay to get educated on something that's going to be outdated by the time I graduate? It didn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, if I'm going to continue in this field, why not continue with the latest shit and just do the hardest fucking branch? Because for me, if I'm going to do something, I'd fucking pick the hardest one.
Yeah.
So, and it worked out great for me. You know, I picked the branch that was the hardest. I still got educated, like further educated in my computer field. And then when I got out, I got a better job. You know what I mean? I'm not contracted anymore. I work for a very large corporation. So, I almost fucking
pull that e-brake.
I work for a very large corporation and I'm pretty successful.
Yeah.
So for somebody to say that people that join the military are just fucking idiots and they're worthless people, it's just like that's totally fucking irrational.
Yeah, like this guy, his comment probably came from like ignorance or like stereotypes of what military people are. Like, I mean, there's like that stigmata that they're all just people who want to kill and
something personal.
Yeah, it's something very personal with this guy. So he's definitely talking he's definitely talking out his ass.
By a drill sergeant, literally.
They should have like a show where they take people who complains about the military and have them go and try out what it takes to become in the military.
Like that Pros versus Joe show.
Well, you were doing the Scared Straight stuff, right?
Yeah, that was some fun shit. So if y'all didn't know, if you ever seen Scared Straight, if you watch those guys in like black camouflage, I used to be one of those guys. It was fun as fuck. It was in East LA. It was fucking great.
I am so. It makes me upset that you guys can't put your hands on those motherfuckers.
Oh no, wait. We could.
The ones on TV.
On TV, you can. Yeah.
What was that?
Did you watch in the David Chappelle stand-up? He talked about that, how when he was a kid he went to the Scared Straight program and he's like, oh, you can't touch me. Apparently they didn't tell the inmates that.
They choke you up. Yeah, I'm like, choke this little bitch up. I'd be getting so mad at that stuff, and I realize I'm like, they can't do it on TV. I bet they getting fucking doing some creative editing.
But like when we were, because I was under the purview of the East LA Sheriff Department.
Okay.
So we made sure we passed everything by them, like what we're gonna do, and everything was okay. So it was all legal. All right. So we were pretty harsh.
Waiver, right?
What's up?
The parents sign a waiver?
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, you can knock my fucking kid out.
But we were fucking harsh with these kids because they were fucking gangbangers. Like, why wouldn't you be harsh? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was this one time where there was this kid, I told him to do some push-ups, and he was doing them, and then he stopped, and he was like, I'm not doing any more push-ups. And I was like, oh, you want me to help? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I'm not fucking exaggerating. I grabbed him by his belt and by the back of his shirt, and I picked him up fucking chest high. And I just fucking dropped his ass. And I was like, you want me to help you some more? And he was like, no. And he kept going.
Be like, one.
Yeah.
Oh Christ!
That shit was great.
Fucking hilarious.
But it was crazy because like this is a crazy part of my time in my life because it was when I was in the Marine Corps and I would go from Camp Pendleton, which was like near San Diego, drive to Riverside and party all night to like fucking 2 a.m. and then have to get up at like 6 and then drive to East LA and then fucking drill these kids. And so we were already like partially hungover and pissed off anyway.
Yeah.
And so it just make us more angry when anybody would say anything against us. So yeah, we had a whole squad. It was fucking great.
That's awesome. You need to put that teacher in that.
Adults scared. I think a lot of adults are bitch ass people. To be honest with you, I think that our society makes it acceptable for people to be basically bitch ass weak people, and I think it should stop. I really do. I think people would be better off to know their place in
I don't want to
life.
get too diverted, but yeah, people now have. Maybe it's just because of social media and the internet. They have the freedom to feel like they can voice their stupid opinions without consequences and repercussions.
Without fear of consequence.
Yes. Yeah, I can say the N word if I want to. I can do whatever. Okay, and someone can punch you in the fucking face if they want to.
See, this is where we need the mountain. We need to like employ him in his like SWAT Viking gear, and every time something, you send in the Viking. Do. Let's see. Are you Nazi lover 176? Yeah. Did you post this on this date at 8:15 p.m.? So yeah, boom.
Yeah,
that's
hit right to the floor.
It might come to that because I mean we're already seeing a lot of backlash with a lot of this shit, and I think that I've said it a lot, but there's a pendulum swing, and when the pendulum swings to the other way, it's going to be really bad. Especially because the people that are on like the left side with all this, like a lot of these movements, they don't know how to defend themselves. They don't know how to fucking do anything. Like they don't have any survival skills. And unfortunately for them, the people on the right are fucking gun owners. They're fucking militia people. They're fucking people that know how to survive. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Bomb shelters and shit in their backyard.
You're not going to win that war. You're not going to win a Twitter fight with somebody with a fucking handgun in a fucking like a shack.
Yeah, those sovereign citizens and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, those people are crazy.
They are. I love when they go to court. I love watching those videos.
Oh my god, they would put like warnings on them. Like we would type their names in, and it would be like boom, it'd be like a hazard alert, and be like, hey, record every interaction you have with this person, and just send like a.
You can probably explain this better than I can at this point because of what you've been through. Can you explain what a sovereign citizen is? Or what they think they are?
They are a person who thinks that the laws of the land don't really apply to them. That they are their own government. They're their own pretty much entity.
So they follow the laws of nature, not of man?
No, their own laws. They're like the laws of the government of California don't apply to me. I believe in this. I believe in that. I can do whatever. I don't think I need to own a driver's license. I don't think I need to register this. I don't think I need to pay taxes, etc., etc. This is my piece of land. You're not coming on it. And I mean, it's even though they sound crazy, they know the Constitution and their Bill of Rights.
But they're reading it back. They're reading it wrong. That's the problem.
They sound like they know what they're talking about. They say it every day before they eat breakfast and shit. They just have it all recited. And they're the crazy people where it's like, and if you step on their property, you're on my property, you're on my land. I can shoot, etc. They seem to know everything, and sometimes you got to be you have to be very careful with how you deal with them from a law enforcement aspect of it, because you don't know if they're going to be friendly one day or if they're just going to try to make a statement.
I just love watching them get pulled over because they're like, well, I'm free to travel within the United States in the Constitution. It's like, well, yes, but you were speeding. I mean, there's laws against speeding.
Yeah.
Like, and then they'll say, I don't recognize those laws, but it's like, look, you can't ignore.
You can't pick and choose.
Laws. Yeah. It's like you can't cite the Constitution and then ignore local laws. It's like they don't protect you.
Yeah. It's silly.
Anyway,
I don't even know how we got on that.
Moving fucking on. SR Break Week is upon us, y'all. We're 2 weeks away.
So all of you are going to the opening gala?
I'm buying my ticket tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I bought mine.
Government check those through.
Don't want that shit to bounce. Shut down.
Are you gonna go?
No, I'm not to the gala. No,
I'm not surprised because it's a lot of money for you not to drink that much.
Yeah. There's only so much root beer you can have.
Yeah, right?
$150 for a shot of beer.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you will outlast Prodigy.
Oh, god damn. Yeah.
That was all bad last year,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You went MIA. We had to put out an APB for him.
Yeah, I just saw like all these alerts, and he didn't answer for days. Like we would see him on social media, but he wouldn't like answer nobody until he came on the cast. It was hilarious.
But to put an Amber Alert and put those electric signs on the highway.
On us,
start fishing in the bay because the event right next to the water.
Comb in the bay, see if everybody was there.
Harbor Patrol.
Yeah, it's all bad. Yeah, he shaved his beard at that time because he came back
because he was puking all over.
Yeah, he puked all over it.
Right. Yeah. What's this? You see how like he said he got food poisoning from.
Yeah, he said he got food poisoning.
But yeah, it's the 9th
next Friday.
It starts on the 9th. Yeah. Then it goes through like the whole week, the weekend, the weekends.
Yeah. We talk about it every year, but those that are new to listening on the podcast, it's here in the Bay Area in California. For those who live in Brazil or whatever, it's pretty much a celebration of all the beer in the entire region where we live. And they have an opening gala, which is awesome. There was like 150 to 200 different brewers that put their beers on display. It's right next to the ballpark at Pier 4.
Well, I think it's going to be Pier 38, which is not near the ballpark.
Oh, so they're switching it up?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's at Pier 38.
Okay.
The place that you were talking about... Well, actually, no. Maybe you're right.
I think it's still in the same spot. That location is huge.
Yeah, but
they can't go smaller.
Where's that big pier? Pier 40... What's the other...
It's 40... I don't even know.
It's got to be near that. What?
The one next to the stadium was the one where we were at last year.
Yeah, I know, but what's the pier that everybody goes to?
39.
Yeah, so it's... Pier 38 is not fucking far from there.
No, it's on the other side. So once you get to
it's only even than odds, or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So from the right, so if you're looking at the bridge, on the right side it's even numbers, on the left side it's odd numbers.
All right, so you learn something new every day, yo.
Yeah.
So it's a huge venue. I mean, for lack of a better term, it's a massive warehouse.
Yeah.
Hangar.
It's a fucking boat hangar.
Ass hangar, and you pay the little fee to go in. We get the VIP things because we're press,
and it's worth it. It is so worth it because you get in an hour early, and there's there's a line to get in, but once you're inside, there's no lines at the beer places.
There's only one line.
Yeah.
Early, and the line is for the coveted beer called Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
Have
they dropped it yet? It should be coming out soon.
It drops during SF Beer Week.
Okay.
Only
Yeah.
And it's a blast.
It is. So Pliny the Younger is probably one of the best IPAs in the world.
Yeah.
There's a few others that have caught up to it by now, and every year it's a little different. Hopefully this year it'll be better. The first 2 years I had it was fucking awesome.
Yes.
But the subsequent years have not been as good.
Okay.
It's still a great beer, but there's been other beers that have caught up. Knee Deep Brewery, Simtra comes to mind. A few other ones
Knee
too.
Deep's with that crazy animal looking guy, right? For the logo?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure no.
Knee Deep sounds like a porn video.
It's in California. Knee Deep's
Yeah, they're in Auburn.
Okay.
Yeah, same with there's another place that's
I thought I saw Knee Deep when I was in Bevmo, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a beer. Pliny the Younger is a beer that people will stand in line for like a day, literally.
In the fucking pouring rain.
Yeah, the pouring rain.
Yeah, we did it in. It was misting, but when we were in Livermore.
Yes.
But it's a blast, and after you get your couple rounds of VIP Pliny, then you go and venture into the other 149 different brewers.
Oh yes.
And you just get sauced up.
Yeah.
And what's so great about it is that first hour you try to squeeze in as much beer as you can, just because after that hour is over, the horde of fucking commoners that come in there, it's insane. Like it's almost impossible to get a beer, but then like a lot of the breweries tap out too, so you got to get in there and get your beer quick.
We were pretty much. I mean, at the beginning though, when everybody comes in, the whole line goes towards Russian River, which has the Younger, and then you can still get some beer for like another hour after they come in.
Yeah.
And then I mean, there's so many breweries, that unless they're like super popular and known, that you can get their beer with the relatively short line. Like Alpha Acid didn't have a very long line. They have good beers.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times I'm just picking them by like random cool sounding names.
Yeah.
That looks cool. Oh, I like that tap handle. Or you just lose all sense of strategy.
I do it by like percentages of alcohol.
Oh, gee.
Like I start off pretty high, and then I'm like, I'm pretty fucked up. Let's try something a little lighter. Yeah.
Start drinking like ciders and shit. But what's really cool too is a lot of the breweries would have like swag. So like you would find like buttons or like coasters or stickers, but some might have hats or sunglasses or fucking shirts and stuff, which is really cool. I think I got one shirt from what's in my company, from Pyramid, and what's so cool about it was that the fabric itself was just so goddamn soft. It was so fucking soft.
But yeah, and then that's just a gala that just kicks off the weekend. It's like the opening ceremony of the Olympics. And last year I think my work schedule was tweaked where I was only able to go to the gala, but I worked the rest of the days. But this time I think I'm off for a couple days.
Didn't we
after?
Didn't you go to a couple of there?
No, yeah.
I only went to the gala.
This time, when I show up is when we do the food pairing. Usually Cronus picks a lot of some of the food pairing ones. Like we went to the one that had it was like you pay one fee and it's all you can drink, all you can eat.
Oh yeah.
So it was like I think it was like 6 hours or whatnot.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of beer it was beer that you could drink in like they were like taster glasses, but you could keep going back.
Yeah.
And you can just switch up, and they just kept bringing out like it wasn't like dinner, but it was like appetizers or hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
And you just keep going.
Your car got broken into that day too, right?
It did, yeah. Because I
the second time.
Yeah, no, it was the first time on that one. I think the year before it got broken into too. Geez. It was all bad, but I mean, they couldn't take anything. I don't leave anything.
I definitely want to hit up that burger spot with the ground pork burger that we walked to.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got it saved in my favorite spots.
Yeah, that place is pretty good.
Yeah, those burgers were delicious. They had like an apple slice on the slider. It was delicious.
Yeah, they were probably gonna gain a couple pounds.
Yeah, the barbecue place we went to in the pouring rain, they had like no cover, but there was hella people there. That place was good too.
It's like
3509 or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, something like that. It was that place was cool.
And Magnolia was dope too. You didn't get a chance to go.
I didn't go. Nope.
And also for those that have never been to like a beer fest or a gala or anything like that involving beer, number one thing to do to make you the fucking king dingling, have yourself a pretzel necklace. You're like, oh, Stitch, what's a pretzel necklace? Well, Blue will tell you what a pretzel necklace is.
First of all, make sure that when you're wearing your pretzel necklace and people make fun of you, just look at them and say, you'll find out a little bit what it's all about. But a pretzel necklace is basically, it's a string and you just put a shitload of pretzels on it. Like you just, like on your way to the event, you can make this and you just thread the string through the pretzels. You can put as many as you want. You want to put on a lot because a lot of people are going to ask you for some of your goddamn pretzels.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking funny how often that shit happens. And it's also funny how long these events been going on that I've been going to, that people still don't know what the hell the pretzel necklace is.
Yeah.
Like everybody comes to me like, that's a good fucking idea.
And people want to buy it off you. Like,
exactly.
are you selling those? Or like, nah, I can't.
Some places do.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be a stand.
That's where I saw it. Yeah.
But people love that. Great way to meet chicks.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Kevin didn't hear that.
And also creepy guys, because if you go back and watch, if you go to our Facebook page, there's a video of me at a beer fest, and this random ass dude comes up and eats the last of my fucking pretzels, and I had like maybe about 10 of them or so, and he fucking just downs them all. It was so
he
fucking
might have
funny.
got choked. That's within choking distance.
That's terrible.
He should have choked on the fucking pretzels, because goddamn, it was a whole bunch of pretzels.
Yeah, so I don't get it. Like he just like tackle you and you like, because you had to sit there and watch him eat 10 of them, unless he took them from you.
I thought it was funny. I was kind of like joking around with it because the day was almost over, and I was like talking to this one girl, like asking her what kind of drink she liked and stuff like that. And dudes came out of left field and just grabbed the necklace because I was filming at the time, so I was kind of distracted with everything. But yeah, it was pretty funny still. And I didn't mind. I mean, I was just the end of the day, and I still had some pretzels left over.
All right, for sure. Well, shit. What else are we going to talk about next? What's this about Glitch Comics? Who put this on there?
Let's talk about it later because I didn't do my research. But sorry, I can give you a quick recap, but I can't go into depth right now. But
we'll come back to it.
No, just real quick. It's Image, and I think it's Top Cow. They came out with a new series of comics called Glitch, and right now it's Dissonance, Bonehead, and what was the first one I fucking read? God something. But they're all really good comics so far that I've been reading. They have fucking excellent artwork, and they're kind of like in the future, so they're really cool, like futuristic comic books. So if you get a chance to check out Glitch Comics, check it out. I'll give you a better synopsis next week.
Oh, okay, for sure. We want to go into this Monster Hunter?
Yeah, let's go to Monster Hunter, even though
Prodigy's not here.
But he had some mixed feelings about it.
He did, because he had some feelings because he was like, yeah. So anyway, Monster Hunter dropped. It came out on Friday, and I picked it up as soon as I got it. I personally, because I'm a Monster Hunter fan, so I'm a little biased. I'm really thoroughly enjoying the game.
So how many Pokemon did you collect?
God dang.
You just have a Pikachu?
Yeah, shout out to, Pikachu tries to eat you. God dang. Shout out to Hobby from PlayStation Trophy Hunters. He and I have been going hardcore on the game almost since day one. We're roughly around the same level, except today he wanted to pass me because I was slightly ahead, so I know he passed me today. But he's like super down to help out. I think those of you who are gaming with us, you'll be able to join our clan. He started a what they call a squad. It's a squad. Basically, it's clans. If you're interested, link up with us.
You hunt down the Negras?
No, damn.
Lynch mob.
Yeah, that's clan with the K. That's why they call them squads. Squad.
So okay, just for I guess questions for somebody that doesn't know anything really about Monster Hunter. How many people can you have on your squad to hunt monsters?
So the squad is a clan. So in the clan you can have like I think it's like 50 or more.
50?
But no. If you're playing on a hunt, it's only 4 people.
I was gonna say.
Okay, I was confused. Okay, so
so
the down on Ninja.
Yeah, no. So a squad is a clan, and then like I guess a hunting party is 4 people.
Okay, and do the monsters like level up like Borderlands style if you have more people?
If you have more people, yes,
okay,
they
cool.
do scale.
Like okay.
It'll scale based on people's level and how many people are in the party.
Okay.
Can you Leroy jinking a lot of that shit?
It is not recommended. You will most likely get fucked up real quick.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't died yet, but I can see how you can die.
Oh my goodness! So. Everyone's dying. Like usually usually when Hobby and I are squatted, we'll have some random, and if the random is like low hunter rank, they die like before we even even reach the monster sometimes.
So let me figure out a word. So you have to have 4 people. They'll put you like with 2 computer people.
No, you can do it by yourself.
I've been soloed.
Oh,
yeah, you can solo.
You can solo, or if you do multiplayer, you can either play with.
So here's the thing. This is the weird thing because Capcom did this weird fucking multiplayer shit. So the way Monster Hunters always worked, in order to start a quest, you have to, there's a bulletin board. So you need to pick a quest, post it to the bulletin board, everyone can see it, and then they can join your quest if you didn't password protect it, right?
Okay.
So if your squad is ready to go, then everyone goes in, you join the hunt, whatever. Let's say you start a quest and you kind of lock it or whatever, or people aren't able to join. What you're able to do is fire an SOS to let everyone on your, I guess,
friends list,
not the friends list, but like whoever's in your lobby, whoever's in that particular lobby, everyone can see that you need help, and everyone can jump in until the party's full and help you out.
That's pretty dope, actually.
It is pretty cool, but it's weird when you're doing the story. So this is where it's fucked up. If you're doing the story mode, you cannot join someone's quest until they've seen all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
And in certain parts, you have to fight certain monsters in order to get a cutscene, and then you got to fight more monsters to get a cutscene. And usually, when you get to the second or third cutscene, that's when you get to the big monster. Then you can fire an SOS. Then people can join you.
That makes sense.
Well, it's a little cumbersome because you should be able to start the quest with everyone in it and just have everyone watch the cutscene, so you're not asking for help later on. I get what they're trying to do.
It encourages people to play the story.
Yeah, but and it's kind of like Destiny too, though. You can't join a Destiny game where it's like in the story mission.
Yes, you cannot. You can't do that.
That's like any other MMOs are like that. So
yeah. So, but I'm having a great time with it. It has a very steep learning curve if you have never played a Monster Hunter before.
Hold on. So it's sort of steep. It's not impossible odds.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but I think I'm going off of Prodigy's experience.
Are you guys playing on the same difficulty? Or
there's no difficulty.
Yeah. It's based on your hunter rank, I guess. So with Prodigy, this is what he did. He started the game. X hit everything, skipped all the tutorials, skipped everything, didn't read shit, and then picked his weapon, and then was like, how do I do this? And it's like, dude, he was getting roasted by everyone in the party because he didn't read none of the shit. He's asking for help, and everyone was like, didn't you read this? He's like, nah, dude, I'm just trying to hit monsters. It was like, what?
To be fair, though, I read all the things that were given to me from the get-go, and it still was not straightforward. However, I figured shit out. So it's not that, and I'm using I guess one of the most complicated weapons in the game.
Yeah,
but it's fine, Okay. But it didn't tell me how to use the weapon. So, but it's not fucking straightforward.
Yeah, it's here. The weird thing is, did you go to your apartment or the barracks?
Well, I went there real quick just to pick up shit, right?
Yeah. See, when I went to the barracks, they told me that you can practice here at the barracks, so you can practice with whatever weapon. There's a little arena like in Street Fighter. If you want to practice stuff, it shows your moves that you're doing in real time.
Yeah.
And then it shows you the combos that you can do, certain things. Even that is a little intuitive. It's weird because if you go to the options menu, it'll show you even more stuff on what you can do in better detail. At least I think.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that there's a lot of stuff that it's hidden deep in fucking menus.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you're not if you don't pick up on shit quickly, you're gonna get lost in this game fucking quick.
Yeah.
You might not like it because you're just like fuck. First of all, there's a lot of shit. This game is it's fucking weird. All right. The HUD is messy as fuck. The inventory management system is really overwhelming if you don't pay attention. Because there's just a lot of shit. Yeah, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a lot of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of things that you can kind of streamline. For instance, when you're picking up material, you can have it automatically combine shit.
Well, you can't pause it then, right?
Not in a hunt. No.
Okay.
It's like Destiny.
You can press the button, but everything goes on around you. So if you can say spot, you're okay.
But I'm saying, if the inventory selection is really cumbersome, where it's it's not easy to navigate to select, but or do they have it mapped?
Yeah. So let me just explain a little bit. So the inventory system is fucked up, but it forces you, which I think is good in a way, to prepare for a hunt. So ideally, you prepare for your hunt before you go on the hunt. So you get all your inventory shit out of the way. Yeah.
In real life.
Because you're not gonna go out and realize, let me just mix these fucking goblin guns with fucking hairs and shit.
I'm gonna throw the guns with ammo and just put it all in the bag. I'll put it in the clip later.
In the magic bag.
It's like you can do it, but you probably shouldn't. Yeah.
Take 50 grenades.
You really need to prepare for your hunt well before you go on the hunt, right?
Okay.
And that's your experience too.
Oh yeah, definitely. My experience also, unlike Cronus, I actually squat up with other people, and it's helped a lot.
I'm a black swordsman, y'all.
Oh yeah, he's a Ronin. So squatting up with other people, especially with like Hobby and my boy Renko, we're able to learn like things either as we go, or one person goes like further ahead and like, hey, I figured out you can do this. Check this out. And like, there's a lot of like he showed me a lot of shortcuts about stuff. Like climbing was like a little awkward, and they have like huge shit that you can climb. And my boy's like, dude, you can use your grappling hook, and it'll like pull you way the fuck up. I had no idea. I'm climbing shit hella slow,
and you take no jump damage.
Yeah, you take no damage. Yeah, it's like weird, but it's cool though. And then there's like material. They're like, hey, you want to get this? Well, you can do like a wish list, which is cool. So let's say there's a particular weapon you want. You can select a wish list, and as you get the material, it'll pop up on the right hand side saying, oh, you picked up this amount to get this weapon, and you can add like I think 10 items in order to get 10 items in your wish list.
You're kind of jumping around though. So this game is real crafting heavy.
Yes,
and so that's something we probably should have said from the jump. Is that it's real crafting heavy. So if you don't like a crafting game, don't fucking look at this game. Don't even look at the game.
In this game, all you're doing is just hunting fucking monsters. Is that the whole premise of the entire fucking game?
It's more, basically, but it's damn.
Does it have like a good story?
The story's okay.
Yeah, it's
like a dragon that raped your mom. You're trying to get revenge.
No, almost. It's not like that. But the story is better than Destiny so far for me. To be honest with you.
Is it better than?
That's not hard to do.
I don't mean to keep cutting you. Is it better than Horizon?
Borderlands?
Oh no, fuck no.
No, it's not.
Like the story is loose, but the thing that I liked is that they really pushed a narrative of we're doing this thing to bring balance to the world. So you're doing these hunts to bring balance to nature, and so I really like that. So when you go on hunts, you're either hunting things that are destroying the environment or culling their numbers because there's too many of them.
Yeah, right. And also you're trying to colonize as well, because when you cull, you're able to build a base in certain areas.
Well, there's not like a Native American chief like crying off to the side because you're killing off all the fucking
no. And then you get to use basically what you do is you prep, you hunt, you get stuff from the hunt, and then you upgrade the shit that you have, and then you basically rinse, wipe, repeat.
And it's only co-op. It's not multiplayer, correct?
Well, there's no player versus player.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What kind of weapons are you using? Are you using like medieval stuff?
There are 14 different weapons.
Yeah,
I was like, holy Jesus.
No fucking like guns or tanks or anything?
There are guns.
Yeah, there are guns.
Oh shit, really?
And
there's guns, bows. There's
swords, knives.
There's a couple of like hybrids. So they have Cronus and I both have the charged sword. So it's a sword and shield that you combine together to become this big ass fucking axe, and the axe will have like an elemental to it.
It's fucking badass.
It's fucking crazy. So you do retarded damage with it. You're slower with it versus the sword and shield mode. You're a little faster and quicker, and you can block and stuff, but you're not doing as much damage. But you can just fucking combine that shit Voltron style.
Is that it's fucking complicated.
Yeah.
So, this is what Ninja didn't tell you in this fucking whole thing.
I was about to get to that.
It's so fucking complicated. Like, listen, when you use the sword mode, you start hitting, and all of a sudden, like, you start trying to attack, and then nothing happens. Like, you start blocking.
Yeah.
It's because you have to put, basically, when you attack with your sword, it, like, fills up this meter, and you have to put, basically, this, it's called a file. You have to basically take that charge of your sword and then put it either into your shield or into a file. And so, they don't tell you that shit when you fucking get, and there's like 5 files.
Yeah.
So they don't tell you any of that shit when you first start using it.
Yeah, when did you use it for the story? Because when I was using it, the guy was like, "Oh, like you're blocking. That means your sword is charged. So you need to combine it." And I was like, "What?" And then I combined, and this big ass fucking axe came out. I was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it."
I understood the axe thing, but I was just like, I didn't understand that. First of all, that when you're talking to the sword, it charges, and then you have to put it either in the sword
or the shield.
The shield.
I didn't know about the shield for a minute. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and then you can.
I'm lost. costs?
Yeah, it's like
wow.
It's
you gotta do your taxes before you fucking use the sword.
Yeah. No, just think about this. Like when you attack, it fills up like a meter.
Oh, okay.
And then there's 5 of those meters, and that meter basically turns into either defense capabilities or offensive capabilities.
It's almost like Dungeon and Dragon.
Yeah. And it's just like it's really complicated, but it's fucking dope.
It is dope because it's fucking dope because you can add different elements to it, and it does really crazy damage. I highly recommend, like, if you're playing it, try out different weapons. You start with all of them, so they're all low level. Just go to like the practice area or go to like what they call an expedition, which is like open world. You can invite other people in and just roam around and try out a weapon. If you don't, just switch to something else.
I also didn't tell you how important it was to fucking sharpen your weapon.
You gotta. Yeah. So if you have a sword weapon, yes, you need to sharpen it. If you have a gun or the bow has infinite ammo. So the only thing different is you have coating. You can coat it with like paralysis, so you can paralyze shit. You can coat it with like sleep, blast arrows, shit like that. You never run an ammo with a bow and arrow. There's something like I was saying, the hybrid weapons. There's a gun lance.
Yeah.
So it has a sword and a giant lance, but the lance is a gun, so you can stab and then shoot.
So with the sword, like you can't just go chopping people up like the dude from Bleach with his fucking dull-ass soul.
Yeah, you can be guts. That's what Prodigy is trying to do. You can have what they call a great sword. It's this big ass sword that's like 4 times your height, but you're super slow, but it does retarded damage.
Is there anybody in there like the guy from Berserk?
Yeah, guts. Yeah, you can have that. Yeah. They have like a regular sword lance. They have like a giant hammer, which I think is funny because it has like, you can make it look like a giant flower, but it does retarded damage. It's pretty funny. There's a bunch of shit. Regular sword and shield. They have a katana. So a bunch of shit you can try out. You can upgrade it.
Are you able to like capture animals or monsters and have them be like your transportation or pets or anything, or help them fight with you?
You do get a pet. It's called what are they called? Palico. Yeah, they're basically, it's a fucking cat. Yeah, so
but
if you like cats, you fucking love this cat. I can't stand cats, but I had to customize this fucking furry bastard. So, but he helps you. So it's I mean, it's pretty dope.
He does. So
he's like a battle cat, like a giant fucking like.
No, he's like a small cat, but he can't help you.
He does battle.
Yeah, he does.
He really helps you.
You don't bust out He-Man sword.
Actually, he has a sword.
He does. Yeah,
or the cat does.
Yeah.
You can customize it. You can give him a sword or a boomerang. Or I gave him the Horizon Zero Dawn. Like it's like this lance that has like a drill thing on it. It has like it has part of the mouth from one of the sawtooth things. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
And they can assist you. Like mine heals me.
Yeah, mine heals me too. But he also does attack. And like if I get stunned, he'll run up to me and he'll say "wake up" and he'll hit you with your sword. So you get.
So wait, the cat talks too?
Yeah, he talks. They all talk. Also, there are certain animals in the world where you can, if you hit them, you can. They'll take you. You can ride them and they'll take you to different parts of the map, and you can jump off of them. You can also jump on big monsters' back, stab them in the neck, and then you'll like knock them down eventually, so the whole team can fuck them up. The more people that join your hunting party, your cats like leave. They don't help you out because basically it's too much going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. The game is good but bad, right? So I can understand why it's getting like high praise, but it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
It's easy.
A whole lot of game.
It is easy to get lost on what's going on and what. I'm still trying to figure out because they have several different types of missions, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get like my whole squad to leave without signaling them to leave. So I'm still working that part out. But so far, I've been having a great time. I've unlocked like a shit ton of spots. It's been great.
Look, I mean, when I say it's a lot, listen, I've been gaming for the majority of my life, like the vast majority of my life. So I'm pretty experienced. So for me, understanding the concepts and the way this game plays, it was difficult but not impossible. But if you're a novice gamer, don't fucking buy this game. I'm serious. Just fucking pass on it.
There's no reason to buy the game when you can use our code. GameFly.
You gonna? Wow. Well, you just gonna talk about it. Go ahead.
I don't have the code memorized in my head.
Gameflyoffer.com/BNBTI.
But yeah, if you use our code, like Chrono said, you can use pretty much better than Netflix for games. If you want to check out this game, but you're still kind of unsure based on the review that we gave.
If you've been burned by No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
And you're scared to drop $60 on a game that you're not sure if you like. There's some elements that you think would be cool, but you're not fully committed. GameFly is your best option to go to, and GameFly is Netflix for games, pretty much.
They have movies too.
Yeah, you can get movies. It's you can stream it through an online service, so you don't even need a physical copy per se to jump in and play your game. And they have the newest games that are out, like Assassin's Creed Origins, Call of Duty.
Oh, the new Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon
Ball. Yeah, Shadow of Colossus.
I actually might pick that up.
There's a lot of games that you can play, and if you use our code through GameFly, you can get a nice discount and be able to hop on that.
First 30 days free.
Yeah, you get the first month for free. So basically, you get to play a game for 30 days for free. So if you go to gameflyoffer.com/BNBTI, you get the first month of subscription service on us.
Yes,
it's great.
We're hooking you up with that.
So if y'all don't believe my assessment of it's not for novice gamers, and you're a novice gamer, and you want to play Monster Hunter World, you go through fucking GameFly. It's free.
Yeah.
So there you go. And prove me wrong.
Yeah. Or if you just feel like paying microtransactions on Battlefront 2, you can rent it through GameFly as well.
I wonder if EA is going to bring back that whole system they had where you have to have like a code to unlock the game for you to be able to play it. So that way they were trying to get rid of them, like people selling their games.
Yeah, they did it for Madden on a couple of things, and that sort of died off quick because everyone's like, what the F?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So let me tell you, I gave you my criticisms, a few of them anyway, about Monster Hunter World, because it's not for the faint of heart. It can be difficult. A couple things that are kind of weird to me is that you have no idea how much damage, how much life is left on a monster. That's kind of annoying.
Yes, you kind of.
No, you only if they change their behavior, but you still have no idea.
So when they're on the map, you can select them. When you select them, on the bottom left, they have a heartbeat sensor. When they're dying, it'll change color.
Yeah, I understand that, but it doesn't tell you how much life they have left. Like, you just know they're near death.
There's no health bar, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can still take fucking 5 gajillion more hits. You have no fucking idea. So, that's kind of annoying. Especially when the fact that they give you, like, when you hit something, it tells you how many hit points that you're taking off, but you have no idea how many hit points that the monster has. Mm-hmm. So it's like...
Does that annoy you more so than not knowing if you're doing damage?
What? Actually, that kind of comes in my next point.
Okay.
Is that the hit boxes are kind of... First of all, there's no lock-on.
Okay.
Right? So when you're trying to fight monsters...
I hate that shit.
It's kind of annoying to, like... If you do a combo and you're like, the monster's here, and you do a combo over this way, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
Yeah, so that kind of pisses me off, and then... not knowing how much damage you've actually done to the monster.
So there is a lock-on, but it doesn't work that great. So it'll lock on to, like, lesser monsters instead of the big ones.
Well, it locks on for, like, your fucking slingshot bullshit, which they don't tell you how to do, by the way.
Oh, the slinger. Everyone is equipped with, like, a wrist rocket.
And they don't tell you about the fucking grappling hook either. Anyway, that's annoying. Having too many fucking quests is kind of annoying. Doesn't tell you where to go.
There's like no map to point you in the right direction?
Well, I mean, there's a map, but like if you pick up certain quests, don't tell you where to go. Like
once you start the quest, it'll be like, hey, blah 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 blah, and you're like, okay.
No, because they'll be a
McDonald's.
So there's quests that are like, this person's missing. You need to find them, and it's this big ass fucking map, and you have to basically pick up a trail or somewhere you don't know.
Like, find them, bitch.
Yeah. So usually, what it'll do is when it gives you description, it'll tell you like this person was last seen in a swampy area. However, if it's your first time on this map, you're not going to know where the fuck the swampy area is, and it might be hard. It's kind of there, but not really. So you're not going to be super familiar with where you're going. So it's easy to get lost. And what sucks is you'll be on a timer if you're doing a story mission.
Oh, that blows.
But
yeah, and they need to explain like the crafting thing a little better. I mean, like the way you have to craft items is so when you first start the game, you have a weapon, right? And then you can go buy a weapon or forge a weapon or whatever. And then like upgrading is kind of like it's I don't know why they separated upgrading your armor from your weapons. Like, it's really weird. It's like, upgrade your armor, you need fucking armor points, but to upgrade your weapon,
armor spheres, you just need parts.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird to me.
Really?
Yeah, like, why?
I keep getting the feeling that other RPG games are kind of similar to that.
No. Like, you can either why can't you use parts to upgrade your fucking armor? That just seems really weird to me. Anyway, it's a lack of, I think for gamers that are more novice, like, they don't explain enough shit for you. Like, I'm getting by just fine, but I'm like, dude, if I was like new to gaming, I would be so fucking angry at this game.
Yeah,
like, I'd be really angry.
It's super easy to miss a lot of shit, and like Cronus was saying, like it'll be there, but you have to like search for it. Like, it'll explain shit, but you gotta go through menu and then hit a sub menu and then another sub menu, and then you'll see your shit.
Yeah, and that's awful. And then this is a pet peeve of mine, is that if I start a game and I can't invert the controls, that immediately fucking makes me angry. Like, you need to put that in the very first menu, but instead I had to go like the first 10 minutes of the game. I had no access to the fucking main menu, so I couldn't change our options, so I couldn't change my controls.
Oh, that sucks.
And for y'all that don't understand how frustrating that is, turn your control upside down right now and then try to play any video game. That's how it is for me if I can't invert my controls.
I can do that if it's anything that involves flying. Then I have to invert it. I have to be like down,
and that's how I am for everything. Yeah. Because of X-wing versus our X-wing. That's the reason why.
Oh, yeah, Battlefront.
So overall, it sounds like you're liking the game.
I am liking the game, but I need to play more before I give like a final. Because there's still stuff to figure out.
It's been like a week now, right?
Shit.
Or it's been less than a week since the game came out, right? Didn't it just come out on Friday?
Came out on Friday, yeah. So
I can see the appeal. I'm glad I'm playing it. I'll give it some more time. But like I said, it's just I'm understanding more of the game now, but a lot of it is not told to you. And I think that, and they told us, I mean, I heard from many reviews that this is the most accessible Monster Hunter ever.
Oh,
I'm like, holy shit, are you fucking for real?
If you have not played a previous Monster Hunter, this is way more streamlined, way better than previous renditions, because it was way more convoluted than before.
And the voice acting is real glitchy, by the way. Real fucking glitchy.
To me, you know what? When I'm playing it, I'm like, this is typical Capcom. To me, I feel like
that is not an excuse.
Yeah, it just feels typical. So if you notice, the guy,
they're always shitty.
Yeah, their little Master Hunter guy, he's the same voice as Chris Redfield. I'm like, typical.
Well, but they didn't even attempt to like sync up the lips with the voices.
Oh yeah, no.
not even a little bit. And then there's times where like there'll be text on the screen and it doesn't sync up to like what they're saying.
Yeah, actually the text will stop and the lips are still going.
Hey, Chronos, awesome. Did you flip Assassin's Creed already? Are you still playing that too?
No, I beat it. I'm gonna go back to it and play it some more because the game, I didn't even unlock the whole fucking map, but I level capped and I decided just to beat the game.
So all you youngsters out there, I used an old like '90s term for beating a game. When you say you flipped the game, that means you passed it. Let's see if we can bring that word back.
What's going on with your bloodlust? Where you're killing people now in VR?
No, this isn't VR. This is a mobile game.
Oh, it's a mobile game.
Yeah,
I thought it was VR.
So this game is available on both iOS. It's called Sniper 3D. This game is so much This game is so much fun. It makes me believe I'm a sniper. But
damn.
So so there's different levels to this game. So basically, what you are, you're a sniper, and you get assignments where you have to like kill people. And at first, when I started playing the game, I thought it was kind of racist because everybody I was killing was black. But then eventually, I started killing like white folks too, and like
you had to upgrade.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even It wasn't even upgrade. It was just that like I just had to keep playing the game.
So you had to kill people from the hood, and then you start killing people on Wall Street.
Is it like that Sniper Elite game or Sniper 3, Sniper 4?
No idea.
Okay, Lilo bought that, and it's pretty fun because it goes in like bullet time, and you see the bone like crushing a people's skull, or you get like bonus for hitting them in the nuts and shit.
So it's similar to that.
The balls blow up and shit. It's crazy.
What's cool about it? So when you get your assignment, like you have to snipe people, and you can shoot them in the chest, they'll die, but you get bonus points if you headshot.
Right.
But what's cool is that when you shoot the bullet, it goes into bullet time. You see the bullet fly, and like it's so crazy because like you can see where the bullet like hits a person in the head. So like it like the blood splatters, and this is a fucking phone game. Like the blood splatters and like the person falls down. But what's cool is that there's certain times where say you have to kill 2 people and they're lined up perfectly. You can do fucking 2 people with 1 fucking bullet, which is great. I've actually done 3 people with 1 fucking bullet, dude. It was like the scene from fucking Deadpool. Okay. But what's cool about the game too is that like so every time you kill somebody, you get to upgrade your gear, but then you also can start buying more fucking guns. So like they have it's not just sniping. Like you can buy like handgun, shotgun, and assault rifles. Okay. And every day there's a daily quest that you have to do. And they'll give you a specific gun to use, and like you're doing anything from like there's a guy that's going around pickpocketing people, want you to take him out, which is for this little petty crime. But then there's like scenes where like there's this guy stole a taxi cab and like they're chasing after him. You have to like fucking kill him before he like goes off and kills a bunch of people. Okay. But this game is so much fun because like the first level seems easy because you put the red dot in the person's head, you pull the trigger, they fucking die. The second level, for the second level you have to adjust for distance. So like on your scope it has like a meter that shows like 100 feet, 200 feet, 1,000 feet, whatever, and you have to like put the person in the right area to snipe them. Yeah. But then in the third level they start throwing in wind in there, and what's so crazy about that is that there's no fucking like dots to let you know.
I think I've played this. You have to like assassinate somebody and he's like at this podium, and the only reason you can tell the wind is like there's these flags in the background behild him.
On your scope it shows you like it'll say like the wind's coming from the left or right. Okay. From like 40 miles to such and such. But what's cool about this game is that they have like special events too. So right now, since the Super Bowl's this weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since the Super Bowl's going on, they have this one mission where you have to stop these football players. And like at first I was trying to shoot the football players.
Are they trying to take a knee?
Oh shit! No, but it's kind of fun because they're trying to kill protesters. So so these football players come running out of nowhere, and what they do is they'll kick a fucking football. Well, the football's a fucking bomb, and you have to blow up the football while it's in midair, which is kind of fucking cool.
Was it
Boy Scout?
Yeah, last
Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout. The David Wayne's and who's the other dude?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious.
But like some of these other missions that you have to do is like there'd be like a bomber. Like this guy has like a fucking bomb vest on, and you have to take him out before he gets to the crowd to kill off the people and stuff like that. But the thing is, you have to do a perfect fucking headshot on him, or because you shoot the bomb, it's gonna blow up and kill everybody, and you fucking lose. But there's one fucking one mission I was doing where I shot the bad guy, and the bullet went through his head and actually hit a person behind him, and I fucking lost. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. But yeah, this game is really fun. Right now, it's free on Amazon, or not on Amazon, on PlayStation Plus. Not PlayStation Plus. Damn, I'm tripping fucking hard.
This is mobile.
It's on Google Play.
Yeah.
And on iOS, it's free. It's like 5 stars right now, so it's like one of the best games. But it's also
apparently I can't fucking find it.
Mature 15 or mature. You have to be 17 to play it because it's fucking bloody.
I think Kronos is above that age.
When you fucking kill people, like they fall on the ground, just blood starts spewing, like people start screaming and running out. Well, another cool thing is that say you shot at somebody and you fucking missed, they're alerted. You have to like try to like chase them down as they're running and try to shoot them as they're running. But what's also cool is that there's a mission where there's also peer versus peer, so you can play against other people online and try to like kill each other. But there's this one mission where you have to protect this fucking like basically like the school bus from being shot the fuck up, and there's like 50 people like running it. This game is so much fun. It's so addicting. But like as you get farther in levels, it starts getting harder and harder. Like the bad guys start wearing like armor, so you have to do headshots to be able to kill them. But if you fucking miss, like they'll kill you like right away. So it's really cool. But yeah, definitely check out this game. It's called Sniper 3D. It's free on all platforms, mobile platforms. I don't think so.
Well, speaking of shooting and going through people, did anybody see the last Black Lightning episode?
I did not. I'm behind one episode.
Okay. Do you want to find talking about it, or do you want to rather not, or?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. No, we can delay it then.
I'm watching it like tonight or early tomorrow. So I missed a lot of the DC TV stuff. The only one I caught up on was Arrow.
Okay. From last week? Oh wow.
Yeah, from last.
Talk about some goddamn Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah. Fuck.
Right, God damn it.
That one I may have to leave.
I'm sorry. I know you're not watching this right now, but holy fucking shit, this show's so fucking good. I'll put it right there with Battlestar Galactica. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I'm just saying, it's a fucking great show. These last plot twists. So we haven't talked about this show in a while.
Yeah, we haven't.
So let's talk about like kind of where we left off, where they went to a whole different universe. So they went
not a whole different dimension because the universe.
They went to the mirror. They went to the mirror universe.
Yeah,
famous Star Trek fucking.
But you can't really use universe when it's inside of like a giant.
We're using what they're saying.
Universe.
Well, how about they call it the mirror universe? So we're gonna call it the universe.
Anyway. It's just been pretty dope since they went to this other mirror universe. In this other universe, apparently, Captain Lorca was a traitor, and he fucked over the Empire, and I guess Captain Burnham, or not Captain.
No, it's not Captain. It's Captain Tilly.
Yeah. Well, no.
Captain Thickum.
But Burnham went after him, and I guess died, and they disappeared. Mm-hmm. And then Captain Tilly, who was like a fucking in our universe, I guess the main universe, is like pretty much nobody. She's a captain that kills people, and in this universe, this new universe, humans basically take over the entire fucking quadrant.
Yes.
And just subjugate all other aliens. So they beat everybody. So
beat them, kill them.
Yeah,
they have to band together to fight back.
Yeah, yeah, and it's been pretty dope because there was like a number of plot twists. The first being that the guy, what's the guy's name?
Shit, the head of security.
Yeah, there was a guy that was captured by the Klingons.
Yeah,
that Captain Lorca met with when he was in jail in the Klingon Empire.
It's like Roke?
Something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, he ends up being not that guy.
Well, what's crazy too about it too is that we thought he was suffering from like PTSD because like he kept having like these fucking like flashbacks of being like abused, and I mean there's
raped and tortured.
Yeah, there's an episode, the last episode of the mid-season finale. They show him having sex with a fucking Klingon female.
Klingon titties.
Yeah, you got to see some titties, and I was like, oh shit, that's a titty.
But yeah, he ends up being basically Voke, who...
Oh, Ash. There we go. That's his name.
Ash is his name? Okay.
Yeah.
He ends up being Voke, so he's basically a Klingon put into a human's body. And that shit was crazy. And then one of the other crazy plot twists is that Captain Philippa, I forget her actual...
Yeah, it's Philippa.
Yeah, she ends up being alive in this other universe, and she's the fucking emperor of this crazy...
empire.
Twisted empire. Yeah, it's just been like, it's been totally fucking nuts. And the latest crazy plot twist is that Lorca is actually from this universe. He's not even from the universe that we thought he was.
Oh, shit.
And he's been using... Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Not this current one, but I was going to watch it anyway. It's fine.
God damn it, it's fine, man.
It's fine.
Yeah, but he ends up being... But he's setting all this shit up just to get back to his universe and to exact revenge on the Emperor.
That's awesome.
And it's been fucking crazy. I won't go any more than that because the latest episode's been fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy because they actually... Well, one, it's kind of funny because about Ash being like a Klingon, Lorca, who's the captain of the Discovery, he has a trill in his office, and trills can signal... They act up when they're near a Klingon because they don't like Klingons. And Ash has never been in the office. He's always been either in security or on the bridge or in sickbay. Mm-hmm. So that was an interesting little plot thing because they do it in the original series. That's how Kirk and them find a Klingon spy. Also, they tie in a plot thread from Star Trek Enterprise about the USS Defiant. It's a Constitution class, just like in Enterprise. How they don't explain how it got there. I think they do in the original series, but it got there in the Enterprise era, which is about 50 years or more before the Discovery time period, and they're trying to use that to get back to the Prime universe or our universe or whatever you want to call it. So
what's kind of interesting, they kind of touched on like what happened to that fleet too, because I think they mentioned how they went crazy, like the people who were from the other dimension, and when they came to theirs, like they started to flip out and like start killing each other and shit like that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's been. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say an interesting thing was that how like when Michael when she saw her commander was still there and they sat together and had like a little dinner. Were they eating like that one guy's race, the guy Soru's race?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, because she was gagging. She was like she could eat what she was serving.
You knew Saru. He talked about early on that his whole culture was hunted in food. That's how they developed their like their senses and shit, because they were always hunted for food, which is interesting. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, oh yeah, because Saru, he's like a slave on the ship. He's like a personal servant to Burnham.
But I thought you haven't seen the episode yet, because there's other of his kind there. Because I think in the last episode he mentioned how like I guess in the Prime in the Prime universe he's kind of the only one, because he had asked.
Well, he's the only one in Starfleet.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah,
because I was gonna say, because he mentioned how he asked Michael like, oh hey, while you're there, did you see any other people of my kind? And she was like, no, I have not.
Yeah, because she didn't want to tell him that you're a bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch in this fucking one.
Well, even
lick
like
my boots.
The whole like race is still that way.
Well, yeah, I mean
they're not free.
That's the whole thing about the Terran Empire. They're usually pretty racist, and that goes on all the way through, Deep Space Nine and whatnot, because they deal with the Terran Empire a couple times. So it's been good. They just deal with this in a different way, like a much more dark compared to the later or the earlier Star Treks, I guess.
It's been great. Like I said, it's for me, it's up there with Battlestar Galactica, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gotten better and better, and it's going to be weird because I guess there won't be a new season for like another 2 years or something like that.
Fuck? Damn.
Yeah, so...
Because it definitely ends with like a cool plot twist, because...
Well, there's still more episodes to go.
Yeah, there's...
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's like, I think there's 2 or 3 left. Yeah.
So yeah, I just need to catch up. But I already knew something crazy was gonna happen. But I'm still gonna watch it just like everything else. So
yeah, we're trying to convince Prodigy to watch it, but
yeah, it's so difficult.
He watched that first episode and was like, oh no, it's not good.
Yeah, it just got danker and danker.
Yeah, it's true, because the first episode was like, wow, this isn't going anywhere. But then like the second episode was like, oh, this is where it's going.
Yeah, the second episode had the big ass space battle and shit fucking died. People died that you thought were gonna keep going. And you're like, oh shit, this is not what I expected. Then we see Klingon titties. Then they're saying fuck and shit.
Yeah, people like, fucking get their bodies twisted inside and out.
Then you see heads ripped off and twisted around and fucking ripped open.
A little bit. This gonna be a little bit of spoiler for you, but there's a scene where fucking somebody takes a scene out of Wanted, where she like there's like a row of people in a circle. She fucking kills them all in one fucking swoop, which is fucking awesome. Dope. Yeah,
I can't wait. I just gotta catch up.
Yeah, it's really.
I'm loving it so far. At first, I was like super. I was the same way with Enterprise, but the thing about Enterprise, I kind of shit watched it because of I'm a huge Trekkie and I just wanted to see where they were going.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm just like I can't wait to see the next fucking episode because shit's getting fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a really good fucking show.
All right, let's move on to something that Stitch can talk about.
That's fine.
Well, Stitch, were you watching The Gifted as well or no?
I need to catch up on The Gifted.
Okay, because it's only 13 episodes. Their first season's done.
Okay, we'll talk about it another time. Okay. Let's get your thoughts on Mayweather trolling the Octagon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, where do we start with this? I mean, he knows how to draw a purse, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, in terms of people to promote interest and promote money. I mean, that's why he's called Money Mayweather. That's what he does. He's pretty much, and I'd have to maybe talk with Prodigy on this. He could be the biggest heel of all time for sports. I'd have to sort of think about it like...
You mean villain?
No. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
He's up there on Mount Rushmore-ish. I'd have to sort of be not in the spur of the moment.
I would have to agree because usually heels lose, and he hasn't lost.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and we had sort of talked in our group. A big part of the reason why a lot of people watch Mayweather fight is they want to see him get his
up and comings.
Yeah, exactly. They want to see him lose. They want to see him just get his teeth knocked down his throat because he's just so over the top, arrogant, narcissistic, and just a complete asshole about a lot of stuff. And it's not just his personality. I mean, obviously, if you know what he's done in his in his personal life in terms of the domestic violence and all the shit that he's gotten himself into with the law. He's not a role model in any sense, shape of the form.
He doesn't even try to be.
No, but I guess he's now sort of promoting the interest of him actually stepping into the UFC octagon ring and I guess fighting McGregor again. I mean, we saw him fight in the boxing ring, which people wanted to see because they're like, oh, well, it'd be a good matchup, et cetera, and it really wasn't.
Well, it was for like the first round or two. Then it wasn't. Then we saw what he was doing. It was like, oh, well, all right.
Yeah, it was just sort of cat playing with the toy kind of deal, and a 40-year-old guy with no punching power knocks out a 26-year-old dude. But now I guess he's on his Instagram and even on Twitter say like F McGregor, this, that, and even McGregor I think knows the formula, which I mean for the in the UFC world, McGregor is the heel, the current heel. Not too versed on the actual way back history of UFC to call him the ultimate UFC heel.
No, he's not the ultimate heel.
Okay, but he knows the role that got him $100 million or whatever his whatever check he got from the last fight.
Well, the thing was that McGregor, he did such a good job of promoting himself that he was one of the few people in the UFC to get millions. Only like 3 other people come to mind: Ronda Rousey, George St. Pierre, and John Jones. The other folks, they're not getting anywhere near that.
Probably for like just a one fight thing. I'm sure he blew it out the water.
Oh well, fighting boxing, yeah.
Well,
I'm talking about just like,
but just in a one, But in terms of just a one-time match, he saw what the check brought, and he knows the formula. I mean, beforehand they were sort of saying kind of racist, homophobic stuff back and forth to get both sides. Oh, I want to see McGregor punch him out. Oh, I want to see Mayweather knock the racists out, and it got the second highest, most pay-per-view watched match of all time.
It wasn't the second.
Was it third?
I don't think it's even the top 5. To be honest with you.
I thought it was.
No, I was looking it up because like the number one.
Number one was the Pacquiao.
Yeah, because that was like 4.7 million viewers. That was a shitload of fucking viewers.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to beat that one, but
no, it was less than 2.
Yeah, but you got to they know how to promote themselves, and obviously McGregor was sort of out of kind of a fish out of water in terms of the boxing aspect of it, but
definitely not even the top 5 because it's Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya versus Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez, Holyfield versus Tyson.
What's the date on that? Because I thought it was over the Lewis one.
This was it. Oh shit, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this is in August of 2017. I forget when that fucking fight was.
The fight was in. It was close.
It was our day after our wedding, so it was August 26th.
Okay, so.
But now they're sort of seem to be promoting to spark the interest in terms of, I guess, gauging the public desire to see McGregor and Mayweather fight in a octagon. Which personally, I don't really have a desire to watch that. I've talked about it on MJ and Kobe with Prodigy.
Shit. You're right. It is number 2.
Oh, it is 2? Okay.
Yeah, he's at 4.3 million buys.
Okay.
Holy shit! And then the one against Pacquiao was 4.6.
Yeah. So it wasn't too. That's not too far off.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And I think that if he goes to the UFC, if he fights in the octagon, it'll fucking probably be 5.
I don't think there's any reason for.
You already said it, man. People watch him to see him lose.
Mm-hmm. People want to see him lose in the octagon.
He will almost certainly lose if he steps in the octagon against anybody. He would lose to somebody that was lighter than him in my opinion in the octagon, like much lighter. He would lose to fucking Demetrius Johnson. The guy weighs fucking 125 pounds.
Boxing fans aren't gonna watch it.
Yeah, they will. They'll still watch it. Boxing fans still watch when fucking James Toney got his ass kicked by fucking what's his name? Brandon Couture. They'll watch.
There's so many different levels. I'll just go with the whole boxing aspect. I think a lot of boxing people watch the McGregor Mayweather fight, even though they were against it because it was sort of a circus act, because they feel that boxing has been disrespected over the years in terms of the actual it being a combat sport, but just how popular UFC has become.
Yeah, I mean MMA in general has like eaten up the numbers because, first of all, boxing has a problem. Look, I used to be a huge boxing fan. I'm still sort of a fan, but I think that what's that guy's name with the fucking crazy hair?
For boxing?
Yeah, the fucking
Dank
promoter. Don King fucked up boxing for a long time. All right, that fucked me up for a while. And the fact that right now, most people cannot name you who the fuck the champions are in boxing, right? I mean, we have Mayweather, that's their huge draw. I get that, but beyond that, like we have Triple G, but most people don't know who the fuck he is.
Right.
You know, we've got a bunch of Ward, we got a bunch of the people, but they don't know who the fuck they are, so they're not watching those fights.
I could sort of say that. I mean, it's not on the level of boxing, but UFC is sort of kind of be venturing into that territory.
Well, they're beating them.
Well, yeah. In terms of numbers per numbers, yeah, UFC's killing them. But in terms of like name value, if I remember correctly, McGregor doesn't have they took the belt away from him?
No, not yet.
Oh, they haven't. Okay.
I mean, technically, well, they took away one of his belts.
Okay.
But the other one he still has. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, if you ask the common fan like Old Ninja, he might not know who the light heavyweight champion is right now, or anything like that. And I think that sort of was the problem by prancing out, as I called it, the prize pig in McGregor, where he was the name guy. He's the guy that UFC was like, he's the baddest man alive. You can't touch him, etc.
He's not the baddest man alive. Well, nobody in the UFC would ever say that.
That's what Dana White is promoting. And Dana White has been on TV saying, "Oh, McGregor's punching power is unmatched, etc., blah blah blah."
No. You're greatly exaggerating. He is not the greatest puncher of all, like in the UFC.
How they promoted at the time.
No, don't get me wrong. He has a lot of power, especially in his divisions. But he's neither the most powerful puncher nor the greatest fighter in any division in the UFC.
This is what I'm seeing when they're selling me on these flavors of the week. I mean, a couple weeks ago it was this Francis whatever dude.
Ngannou? Yeah,
he was supposed to be the baddest man alive.
He really does have the hardest punch of anybody, including kickboxers and boxers. They measured it on the fucking this punching thing. He beat him by a lot. But that's like measured.
Yeah, but if you're saying that, okay, his punching power is unmatched.
He had no ground game. That was his thing. He had no ground game.
Okay, well, yeah, but then don't cry wolf to me, Dana White, and say like you need to watch this dude. He's the biggest star ever. And then next thing you know, when you get our attention, we watch him lose.
You should watch that guy. I watched him like for a while, and the guy has a lot of punching. But did you see he made fucking Alistair Overeem into a fucking Pez dispenser?
Well,
seriously,
you lose your credibility when every time we see Dana White on TV, he's telling us how this is it's a superstar, this is elite, etc., etc. It's a once in a lifetime generational star.
This is hilarious. So who are you saying? Hold on. Conversely, who are you saying from boxing say anything about these fighters, about boxers?
Nobody.
Because that's the problem.
They don't. Well, okay.
At least Dana's promoting his people.
Would you rather have somebody not promote or someone just constantly crying wolf all the time?
Not crying wolf because they're promoting his people. That's what you like. If you're a fighter, you want somebody to promote you.
Okay.
There's nobody in boxing that has that promoting fucking thing now. They're not promoting anybody.
But the act wears thin, and like nobody cares anymore. After you say it so many times,
it's not wearing thin. If you look at the numbers, it's not wearing thin. And especially because
I don't know the numbers, but it seems like since the Rousey defeat, it seems like the numbers have gone down.
No, they a little bit, but it's still not as bad as boxing. Let me ask you this: do you know the longest? How many? All right, in the heavyweight division. Do you know if you're a champion, what's the record for championship defenses? How many?
For boxing or?
No, for the UFC.
No.
They just made it. It was 3.
Okay.
3 people. The fucking heavyweight division is a fucking terrible one to like. It's hard to. You have to hype it up, but it's a high turnover rate.
Well, I'm not comparing boxing with UFC. I'm not trying to say boxing is on the same level because it's not in terms of popularity, in terms of what's got the buzz going on right now. I'm just speaking in general in terms of. I know I'm tired, and I wish Prodigy was here because Prodigy.
You're thinking about it the wrong way. You're saying they just crying wolf, but what are you going to say? Francis Ngannou hasn't lost in the UFC. He's knocked out pretty much everybody that he's faced, and he's the next in line for the belt. Right? He's the contender. What are you going to say? Oh, we got the scrub that's coming up. You know, fuck, he's got no power. He's got no nothing. You have to hype up your fights. And what he was saying was totally true. Everybody thought the guy was going to knock him out. What they didn't account for was Stipe Miocic's it's hard to say his name, his ground game. That's the reason why Ngannou lost.
Well, how many fights did Ngannou have?
I think it was like 17 or something like that, and he was on a long winning streak of knockouts.
Well, I mean,
of like impressive knockouts, like leave your fucking soul off this planet knockouts.
Well, it's just and you're a heavy UFC fan, and I'm just a regular casual person. So when I see all of a sudden, okay, I see Dana White on SportsCenter on ESPN where it's become sort of mainstream, where ESPN is saying like, you need to check out this guy from UFC. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out, and the next thing I know, he lost. So I'm like, all right, what was it that you were trying to tell me about?
Because they were talking about him before he was in that fight. You just didn't pay attention. They talked about him when he fought his last fight, Alistair Overeem. They were saying the same exact things.
Yeah,
and he knocked him the fuck out.
Well, that's what. Well, for
you just didn't watch.
I'm a casual fan. Fine. I'm a casual.
I know, but that's the problem.
But I think that is the problem with Dana White constantly just getting on top of the mountain, screaming till ESPN turns his cameras to the UFC.
No. He's been promoting that. You just haven't paid attention. He's been promoting that guy for a while.
He had that before he had that loss. He had some massive knockout that everyone was talking about.
Against Alistair Overeem, who's a kickboxer, multiple-time kickboxer, multiple-time heavyweight champion, and he knocked him out like it was nothing. It looked like the guy fucking died.
And then when they get us all to turn in, next thing we know, the guy that they said was awesome loses. And then the same thing even with the women's division. It's like, oh my God, Rousey lost to Holly Holm. Oh, Holly Holm's great boxer, et cetera, et cetera. Preacher.
Hold on, you had a problem with that one because you kept saying that she wasn't fighting any fucking legit competition.
I didn't finish my in terms of how.
You gotta bring that back in, all right?
In terms of how they promoted it was like, oh, you got to check out Holly now. Holly's the woman that knocked out Rousey. And then all of a sudden, Holly lost. And then the person that beat Holly, I'm just like, I can't keep track of who you're saying is the Muhammad Ali of this sport because they're constantly losing.
That is not their fault, though. It's not their fault because you think about it from like a boxing perspective where they fight scrubs until like the 20th fight. That's what they do. And so you have like this ridiculous record where people that are like mainly boxing fans, they come to the UFC like, oh, he's only got like 15 fights. But it's like, listen, they're not fighting scrubs. Like some of them at 15 fights, especially like heavyweights, they're fighting champions at that time.
Well, don't tell me that they are the greatest.
He didn't say the great. What he said that is still accurate to this day is Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher ever measured on this planet, and that is an accurate statement still to this day.
Wait, what topic are we talking about? Or are we just talking about Mayweather? We're kind of going a little bit of a tangent here.
Well, no, you totally lost the fucking thing, man.
Fell asleep.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher.
You guys are talking about like
measured.
Totally different people
but
now.
I mean, it doesn't translate into the actual. I mean, yeah, it does. But in terms, that's saying like Jamarcus Russell could throw the ball 60 yards from his knees. Yeah. That's awesome if you need to do it. But there's a lot more that goes into it than punching power, especially in mixed martial arts.
That's true, but they also showed like he actually has submission. He actually has submission wins as well. The guy's legit, but his ground game obviously wasn't as good as Stipe Miocic because it's a different game.
Why can't the UFC promote Mayweather fighting another UFC fighter? Why do we have to get these circus acts like Usain Bolt racing a horse in terms of
why are you asking that? Because it's money. Because they've already fought. I mean, it's money.
But what it comes does that not sort of, I don't want to say bastardize the sport?
Yeah, it does. I didn't like the Mayweather fucking McGregor fight. That was a fucking freak show too.
Because it literally puts the UFC engine on pause. But in terms of what they're doing as a sport, and be like, all right, well, let's watch this person.
They're doing the same thing that boxing did. They're doing the money grab. So I mean, it is what it is. People will still watch. I'll still watch. I'll watch me his ass kick.
I'm not watching. I don't think Mayweather will get in the ring. I mean,
I didn't think that he was gonna fight fucking McGregor, but he did.
So. I thought he would. That was a sucker's bet. In terms of like
how much did he pay?
It's like when you got Ryan to play you in fucking
Street Fighter.
Capcom. That's exactly what that was. Just like, come on.
Basically.
Yeah, it's money. All right, let's talk about something everybody else talk about. All right, USA and Sci-Fi can now say "fuck" on the air, and with that, I have to use the bathroom.
Fuck fuck yeah, that's what I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I thought they already were. So I watch it after it's already aired, and it's like Mr. Robot, for instance. Mr. Robot's always uncensored.
I love my Grace.
You know what? Yes, I think they did use a couple of profanity. I know they use like bitch and shit, but I'm not sure if they dropped the F word.
No, when I'm watching Mr. Robot, they say fuck a few times, especially Darlene. Darlene swears a lot on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
She says fuck a few times. So, pretty much, I don't know if Mr. Robot ended or if they're on a hiatus.
No, it ended.
No, it ended.
It ended? They're not on a break?
No,
it ended on like a little...
No, it ended fucking like perfectly.
No, I thought they were coming
it ended
back.
on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a mid-season break.
It always does that with the cliffhanger. We had the one where Joey Badass was stabbing the dude that ended the season.
Yeah,
slice and dice.
We
realized he was hallucinating. Elliot got shot or something, or
Oh yeah, he got shot.
So they always do it like that.
So because it wasn't that many episodes, so I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, when I watch Mr. Robot, it's usually they say fuck a lot. Winona Earp, they say shit a lot. I can see them saying
that's
fuck.
an okay word. I think it's like...
Well, you can only say it after, I think, 9 or 10 if you're on cable. Because, what else? There's a couple... American Horror Story. They say shit. And back when The Shield was on, they said shit.
It doesn't bother me.
It's Ash vs. the Evil Dead. No, it's the AMC. That's what. Yeah. I think Ash vs. the Evil Dead, they use curse words, but it's on AMC, so that's a
that's a Star show.
Oh, yeah, Star. Sorry. Yes,
yeah, so they can do whatever they want on there.
But yeah, it's just a paid channel, though.
Yeah, so they can do whatever they want. So
season 3 did have 10 episodes of Mr. Robot.
Is that the norm, or?
Season 2 had 12, but then season 1 had 10. So they went back to their roots.
That's fine.
But I think it's cool that the networks are being able to use profanity as long as it's like after hours for kids to go to sleep, but kids curse all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's kind of all bad. What is that? What was that?
I don't know.
Who's I
heard some music.
Yeah. That was someone's phone.
It ain't mine. It's music.
Just on a little side note, I went off-roading, which was awesome. I did that last, I believe it was Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
What I dropped?
Thursday or Friday?
I think it was a Thursday. I don't think it was a weekend. But I went down to Hollister Hills. Paid skydiving. What's that?
To go skydiving.
Okay. Paid $5 to go to a little off-road trails, and it was awesome. I was a little bit nervous because it had rained the entire day before and night, so it was extremely muddy. So I called before I drove down there. It's about like an hour, 45 minutes, maybe 2-hour drive down there. And paid my $5. They gave me a road map, which was kind of scary because that thing was not accurate at all. It was pretty bad. I wish I had a side person help me navigate some of these trails.
Like a fucking what's the racing called when they go off roading and shit?
Like we talking about like Iron Man Stewart that game?
It's the racing where they have a co-pilot in rally racing.
Rally racing, yeah. So I've gone snowboarding once or twice in my life, and I just remember black diamonds are bad.
Because they're black?
That was just like, don't go that way. And so I was staying on the green little circles, and there was like a blue square, which is like intermediate. Mm-hmm. So I did all the little green ones, and they're pretty long trails. They're like 7 miles worth of trails and stuff you can go on. It was extremely, extremely muddy, and my tires, they're pretty girthy, so it can eat into the mud, but I would say like just sitting there, like I was already sinking in maybe about like an inch into the mud. So going through the trails was awesome. Put in a 4-wheel drive and you're just sort of rocking back and forth. I have like a little like dangly thing on like my rear view mirror, and that thing got like tossed off like 4 or 5 times just randomly. I didn't get stuck, which was cool. There was a really super steep incline that I could not get up, where I would look at it and I was like, I'm on the right trail, right? I was like, this isn't like Black Diamond. I look up and it felt like it was going straight up, and I was like, I don't know if I can get up this thing. And it was kind of narrow where it's like if shit went really bad,
you would fall fucking straight backwards.
I would have fell. Well, falling backwards would have been fine, but if I'd have fell like to the left, I would have gone down like a ravine. And there was just like a mini like chain link fence where I was like, that ain't going to stop me from this whatever ton car from falling off.
Was there a bunch of other cars there, or was it?
I ran into like maybe 3 or 4 other cars, but I like doing stuff on weekdays where it's not overly.
I want to go off road biking because that's like,
oh geez, that would be some intense stuff. But it was really fun that when I went up the thing and I was putting in like 4-wheel like low and I was going up and I was like, I'm not going anywhere, and you try to turn left and turn right and wasn't doing anything. So, but it was awesome. It was real. It was real exciting. It wasn't as exciting as like trying to like drive down the Pacific Coast Highway while looking at the scenery, because that'll get you killed real quick. But I definitely want to do it again. You mentioned you want to, I guess, come with me one time where you can bring the drone out because you can get some really cool photos. I wanted to take more photos, but I was too busy having both hands on the wheel, shifting and downshifting, and trying to stay on the road and not get stuck to do anything. Take a lot of photos, but it was a great time.
I'm glad you and your car survived. I literally, before you said that, I was watching a bunch of videos of people that took their stock cars out, or stock trucks and shit out, and just like fucking them up on trails.
Yeah, the one person I met said that his friend got stuck, but he was in like a Tacoma like pickup truck.
Oh,
I don't know what his sort of setup was or anything, because mine's pretty just stock.
Well, certain Tacomas, I mean, they get like the TRD Pro 4x4. They can do pretty well, but if you get like a normal Tacoma, good fucking luck, man.
That's why I stayed on all like the sort of small like beginner trails where you're going over some bumps, but I could peek down the black diamond ones, and it's boulders where you see like they're just sort of going almost up vertical. I was like, I don't have the equipment. I don't plan on spending that much money.
You see the fucking tire marks on the fucking rocks because they fucking like dig into them.
Yeah, but it was fun. I would definitely do it again.
How long were you doing it for?
Did you deflate your tires?
No, I should have.
You probably should have.
Yeah, I definitely probably should have. I was out there for maybe like 4 hours. I drove down there kind of early, and the trail riding was really awesome. And then they have like random like obstacle courses. It'll be like a big sort of arena kind of thing, and they have like a bunch of obstacles, a lot of mud pits, big bunch of dunes and rocks and stuff. You can kind of like fuck around. And
was there also like a lake?
Yeah, they have a bunch of like man-made lakes and like mud lakes. I saw a video on YouTube where someone got stuck in this like mud lake, and I was like, I don't want to get stuck in that because I don't have a winch. I brought my toe straps in case shit went bad, but I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself and get crazy dirty, but it was cool.
All right, that was a word. Gotta stop with the fucking silence.
So how was your tournament, Cronus?
Tournament, it was fucking weird, but I got double silver. So I mean, it was good, but I don't know. I think I went in the tournament, I thought I was feeling good, but then when I was like rolling, I didn't feel like as strong as I used to, and then turns out the next day I was fucking sick. So so I think like I was like beginning to get sick, and I just didn't know, and then I went into it. But it's all good. Like it shouldn't have stopped me from placing or whatever. Like I did gi and I got silver, and it was weird. But then like the second one I did no gi against this guy, and it was just like me and him, so I had to face the same guy twice.
Wait, you guys were naked?
No, just, like tights and shit.
No, okay.
Fucking weird, but yeah,
workout clothes.
Yeah.
And wearing wrestling gear.
Yeah, but it was weird because I was in the advanced division and it was just 3 years plus, so I could basically go against somebody that was just 3 years plus, so it could have been like fucking black belt. So I went up against this guy who was better than me, and well, I didn't try out a bunch of shit on him because the guy that Robert, who helps me out, he helped me out with this tournament. He's a purple belt that goes to the same gym I go to. He's a great guy, and he got to basically corner me.
Is it MMA Rob, right?
Yeah, MMA Rob.
Yeah,
great guy. And he told me that he faced against the same guy that I was going to go up against before, and he said he was good at heel hooks, which is like a devastating fucking submission. And so when I went in, I was just like, well, shit. I was like really worried about fucking getting my knee exploded. So I kind of played really defensive, and usually I'm pretty good at no-gi, and like I find myself in kind of like a defensive shell, and that kind of show. Like I got taken down. I usually don't get taken down like ever. and I got taken down like right in the beginning of the match. And I was like, oh, you know what happens, whatever. And then I lost on points. And then the second time I had to face the guy, I wanted to go take him down, but I fucked it up. And then I just pulled guard, and then they gave him points. And I was like, what the fuck? So it was kind of weird. But you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with double gold or double silver. So I got some learning to do, or some shit that I got to work on. But I'm happy with the result. So
that's cool. At least you still have all your limbs, so nothing's broken.
I wasn't worried about. This is the weird thing. It's like only one person I went up against in the whole fucking tournament actually attempted a submission on me. Everybody else, like, it was just
by points.
Yeah, it was by points. They weren't even attempting to go for any submission, and I was going for submissions. You know, it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't like the whole point. Like tournament thing, it's like I'd rather just go for submissions and just like be free to go for submissions, you know.
Fight to the death.
Yeah, fuck it. Kumite! This motherfucker. But you know, it is what it is. Like I wanted to go for like this crazy toe hold on a guy, and I watched the video and I was like, damn, I should just kept with it and just fucking broke his shit. Because like I went for a toe hold on this guy, and then I thought I was gonna go for something else, and so I went to go take like side control, but the guy like kind of went out of bounds, so they reset us on our feet, and I was like, what the fuck? The guy had like him I was in a better position than he was, but it is what it is. I still had fun, so I'll do the tournament again once it comes around again. So you know,
nice.
It's cool. But now I can't do jiu-jitsu for basically a week. I gotta wait until next week to do jiu-jitsu again.
Beer week.
What's up?
Is that what? Because beer week?
No, because this week. I was feeling under the weather the past couple days, so I wanted to do jiu-jitsu yesterday because I don't want to get somebody else sick. And then tomorrow is my father-in-law's retirement at the same time I do jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
And then the next day, they all fly to Las Vegas, so it's just me and the kid. So that's the whole weekend. So I was just like, I'll probably go up like Mission Peak or something. So,
damn.
Let me know if you go, because I'll probably go with you. Go to Mission Peak.
Sure you don't get your car broken into up there.
Oh, damn.
I drive a BMW. Jump back into this. Hardly ever. No, I mean, it happens, but it's just like, I don't leave shit in there.
Okay, good. That was what I say.
Wow.
So what's this thing about retroactive wiping of marijuana conventions in San Francisco? Who put that on there?
Oh, they, I guess, dropped a news thing saying that they're going to vote on retroactively removing any marijuana convictions from people. Are
they going to, does it include like releasing people in jail for marijuana?
I don't know the specific details on it. I know it'll be wiped from the record, and I don't know what kind of charges will be wiped. I'm sure it won't just be uniformly just anything involving marijuana will be wiped. I mean, if you were pushing bricks, then
if you're a fucking mule, 50 kilo of cocaine.
Yeah. I think it's just a lot of like petty sort of like stuff. I'm probably under like a certain, like if you have like a ounce or whatever the number is, then I'm sure they'll wipe it. And I think back to like 1979 or 75 they were saying.
Oh damn.
So it's pretty interesting. I think it's a pretty progressive sort of thing to do.
Yeah.
I think if it's just cannabis, you shouldn't be in fucking jail. It's a fucking plant that occurs naturally. Like, it's so weird for me to people be in jail for that shit. It's fucking retarded, especially now that it's recreationally illegal. It should have never been illegal to begin with. So, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess if that charge is holding up people from getting like a job or something, like I say they had a roach butt in their car and all of a sudden they can't get their career job that they want because of some bullshit charge back in like 2002. I guess getting it removed from their record be beneficial, and I mean that's good. I mean I have no issue with that.
I wonder if it'll still show up on like a federal level. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would because marijuana isn't considered. It's still
federally illegal.
Nothing ever goes away.
Yeah.
They used to be like, shit was expunged. Okay.
Dude, he's all, okay. Yeah, that's cute.
If you paid your lawyer to tell you that okay.
Your work can't see it, but everybody else who...
It depends on, I guess, the level of clearance.
I mean, technically you can, but you gotta have friends in high places.
Yeah.
Or know how to hack really good. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We haven't asked B than BTI.
I actually thought of one during the cast, but go ahead with the one.
So this one's from Dirty Stew, friend of the podcast.
Dank.
His question is, what's your favorite anime feature-length film? He gives his as Akira and Wolf Children.
Which I will give it up to 2 as well. I'll give it up to Akira and Ninja Scroll.
Oh, damn you.
I would have to say, what's it called? Princess Mononoke. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. And also the other one, the one with the guy with the wolf chick, not the God. I keep getting all of his movies are very similar, but the one where with the black guy, the black ghost guy with the mask, and he like makes gold come out of his hand in one part of the movie.
What the fuck are you talking?
Is that Spirited Away?
Spirited Away, that's what it was. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was. You know, there's a scene where like the ghost guy that he's called No Face.
When you said black guy, I was like an actual black guy.
Yeah, when you said black guy, I'm thinking Afro Samurai. I was like, what?
The black ghost dude.
Afro Samurai is the only one I really know.
Yeah, but that's not feature length. That was a series.
No,
I actually have.
It was a movie too.
Afro Samurai. There's a movie.
There is a movie.
Yeah, because I have the first season, and then I have Resurrection.
The Resurrection is that?
Yeah, Resurrection. What's the movie?
I thought that was a season 2, pretty much. But
no, it's a movie. I'm pretty sure it's a movie.
It's just a one shot.
I saw it as a movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna rewind that. I'm actually gonna do Sword Art Online, the recent one that just came out, because that one was fucking dope as fuck.
Ordinal scale.
Yeah, that shit was so fuck. Because they use augmented reality, and just the way it all plays out was fucking dope. And like to see Kira go from like being like kind of a has-been in this new gaming world to being like a fucking god all of a sudden, it's kind of cool.
Go ahead.
The question I thought up was.
I thought you were gonna answer.
I went with Afro Samurai.
Oh, that was your actual answer. I'm gonna say Ninja Scroll because I own it, and then Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
What about the Street Fighter where the Chun-Li?
Street Fighter 2? I mean, that's good too, but I think Ghost in the Shell is way more influential, even though Street Fighter's dope.
If you could only drink one beer for the rest of your life, what beer would it be?
The Organizer, probably.
Yeah. What's the number one beer? This one's got me stuck. I would say Campfire Stout by Highwater.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
But I'll probably get bored of it because it's kind of a bit on the sweet side.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? Actually, Anderson Valley's double barrel bourbon beer porter. Yeah, that one's really good too. I wouldn't get bored of that. That's fucking good, delicious, and I'll get drunk as fuck.
Jesus Christ. I would have to probably lean towards. I do really like the Campfire Stout because it's really tasty, and I'm not like a big porter stout guy, but it would always be flavorful to have to drink for the rest of my life. So probably something like that, yeah. And you just root beer, not your father's root beer or mug.
Actually, not your father's is actually pretty decent. I mean, and then the the other one. There's also the other alcoholic root beer. Shit, it's not cold. It's not by Cold Brew. It's can't think of it anyway. But
there's a hard root beer.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah, but no, I think it's called hard root beer.
Oh yeah. No. There's another one that has like this weird like thing. I can't think of it now. But Not Your Father's is actually pretty decent.
So
have you tried Not Your Mom's apple pie?
Yeah, I think I did. And I don't think I liked it.
Yeah, it's kind of too.
It was kind of gross.
Yeah.
Fan of that. Any other topics? We gonna wrap it up or?
I think we may have hit the end of this rope.
Yeah, we could wrap it up. So, Stitch, what you got?
Let me see what I got. I'd want to check out if they're still having that Maverick Surf competition. Next couple days off, so maybe I can take a trip down to Half Moon Bay, see if that is still planning on going on. If not, then maybe just go down there and spend the day and just watch people fall under 15-foot waves and laugh and feel good about myself staying dry on land.
First world problems.
Yeah. Purchasing my SF Beer Week ticket. That should be exciting. I did a fun thing at work the other day. They had us breaching doors for search warrants.
Oh, that's fucking fun.
That was...
Did you have like a battering ram or you were just kicking it with your foot?
With the ram. It was
nice.
Legit. It was a 3-man team. It was like we pretend like we're doing warrant service, whatever, and then that's the breacher as third man, the breacher up, whatever.
So, do they give you drugs and firearms to plant on your subject?
Sprinkle a little cocaine.
Yeah, sprinkle.
I tucked about that.
Is it before or afterhand?
Do you have the beanbag launcher that shoots like bags of cokes at fuckers?
Freak the fuck out. I'm fucking very pro police. All right, goddammit. police friends. So,
but yeah, the breach because is like a Hogan's Alley that we created out of like shipping containers and stuff to make them look like an actual like apartment complex house, and it's a steel door, so it's stronger than like your normal average regular door. And they sort of told us it's pretty much you gotta hit. It's not about how much force you hit it with. If you gotta hit the sweet spot. Yeah. And I hit it the one time, but I didn't hit it the right spot and everything. The second time it flew right open. Everyone's going nuts. So
ooh, look at this.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because there were a bunch of cops that it took him to. There was one guy that took him like 4 or 5 tries because he was just throwing his whole like because it's not really with your arms. It's more from your hips. You just like sort of rotate. But it was very empowering to bust open motherfucking door. It was pretty awesome.
Motherfucker.
Other than that, just same old shit. I plan on trying to get Assassin's Creed probably tomorrow.
That game is fucking fun, man.
I want to run around Africa, cause some shit.
Yeah, it's great. Old Ninja, what you got?
I'm gonna pick up a Nintendo Switch, but
awesome.
But it won't be for me. It's a gift for my niece.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought you were cake and buying for a female friend.
No, it's for my niece.
Old Ninja got female friend.
I was hoping.
Yeah, no. Actually, female friends were supposed to go out. They're supposed to come out for a gentleman's agreement, so we'll see how that goes.
Bringing sand to the beach?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, they want to go, so I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, definitely hunting more in Monster Hunter. Trying to streamline it more, a little bit more. Try to figure out more shit that's going on. Watching the Super Bowl this weekend. So all of you think that Tom Brady's a GOAT. Y'all stay on your island, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, Blue, what you got?
Oh man, I got a bunch of stuff popping off this weekend. One of my favorite things to do is to play fantasy football league. No, that's a fucking lie.
I was like, wait, what?
No, I got friends that does it, and I'm a spectator. So they're having their award thing this weekend. It's the Double Dick Down Award for the loser. So they're doing it. We're doing a thing at Dave and Buster's on Saturday for that. I actually started a new role. Today was my last day at my current position, so I'm off for the next 2 days, and then Monday I start my new position, which I'm pretty excited about. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to catch up on reading some comics. I got a backlog of my Batman Metal to read, plus some other comics I'm going to try to go through. I'm going to try to play episode 3 of season 2 of Batman Telltale games.
Nice.
To catch up on. I got to catch up on that too. What else? So over the weekend, this is a quick little story. Over the weekend, past weekend, like I go bike riding with a friend on Saturdays, and I've been riding a mountain bike hybrid bike, and my friend has like a road bike that's like a 10-speed basically, and I'm able to keep up with my friend.
You go so much faster.
So like I'm able to keep up with my friend, but there's certain times where like I'll start fucking getting fatigued. Like I can't keep up with him anymore. He just slowly pulls away, and especially when you're going up in hills. So over the weekend, I rented a fucking professional fucking road bike. This bike cost $4,000, and I rented it for $100. I kid you not, it was fucking day and night between like the bike I own and the bike I rented, because like there's this part where we're going up a hill. I fucking left my friend in the dust. Like it took him a while to catch up with me, but then like so we get up to the top of the hill, we rest a little bit, and then we go down. Dude, this fucking bike was the bike's made out of titanium, so it's super fucking light. It's ridiculously light. Like it almost doesn't feel like I'm riding anything. It's so goddamn light. But I'm going down this hill. I'm going so fast. I start getting scared. Like I'm picturing crashing every turn I go into. I see the bike just leaning over to the side and just sliding and just crashing, because I ride a motorcycle, so I know how to like lean into my turns, and you can do that same thing on a bike, but like the tires are so goddamn thin. Yeah, it's like, dude, what the fuck? But dude, I always thought all bikes were the same, but this bike literally showed me like, no, like if you want to go fast, you have to put money into your bike and get a proper bike.
Oh, so do you have lockout forks on your mountain bike?
Yes.
Okay, and do you use road tires?
No, I have street tires. I have road tires on my bike now.
Like it's totally smooth.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So like
that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. It takes it cut off like maybe about 5 minutes off my bike riding commute to work when I got the different tires.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, a road bike, just the gearing is totally different than it is for a mountain mountain bike, and you're able to put more power into your pedals, but then also like your riding position is totally different too, which helps you kind of put more powers into your pedals.
Yeah, well, I changed my gearing on my mountain bike, but yeah, it'd still be better on a road bike.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about investing into a road bike. Like I have one in mind, but I kind of don't want to really spend money. But yeah, it's so much funny.
You could do the black thing and just steal one. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I could do that.
Damn. Yeah, just go with Prodigy. He be stealing bikes all the time.
All right, shout out to Love and Warren, who actually answered back a question of mine. I said, what would Cupid think about steak and a BJ? And he said he recommends rare for the steak and well done for the BJ.
Damn.
So if y'all want to see some fucking hilarious things about Valentine's Day coming up, go to a Love and Warren on Twitter, and he tweets out a bunch of hilarious things about Valentine's Day. So it's Love and like the ampersand Warren, not Love and the word Warren. So yeah, but it's going to be a great cartoon that's going to come out pretty soon. And we'll have the creator on the podcast hopefully within the next month or so. So yeah, it's going to be cool. And for me, this weekend I don't have much going on because my girlfriend is leaving me. I'm so
strippers.
Sad. Yeah, no, she's going to Vegas.
She's strippers in.
Strippers coming to the house.
She's going to Vegas with her mom, all right, and her dad, with her family to go watch the Beatles live show or whatever.
They're still alive?
No.
It's like a cover band.
Yeah, it's a cover thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, for them, and then I'm gonna spend a bunch of time with Riley, but she's sick too because I'm a little sick, and she's definitely sick. So I want to go up like Mission Peak or take her for a hike, but I don't know if I'll be able to. So we'll see.
Weather's supposed to be real good this next couple of days.
Yeah, it's funny because like we have like this nose sucker thing. Usually she hates it, but like last night she figured out, oh, you're sucking on my boogers. Yeah. And so like, she doesn't give a fuck anymore. She's like, oh yeah, come on, bring it on. So yeah.
That's just fucking creepy. A booger sucker for babies.
Yeah. Oh no, this is the one we have, like the one with the hose that you suck in the nose.
Oh.
It doesn't go into your mouth.
I thought you meant like the bulb syringe.
No, the bulb is fucking bullshit. Listen, if y'all are parents, get it's a thing called a nose Frida. It's like a little.
It's like a straw, right?
You connect it to a straw and you suck it. There's a filter. It doesn't go up in your mouth or anything, but it works fucking great. Yeah. Jeez. And now I just fucked up the outro. I gotta play it all over again. See, this is what
on the tape.
Yeah. And I can play them out when you guys do it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow.
Ninja, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on Twitter at BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI. You can check us out on Facebook with BThanBTI. Check us out on Instagram, BThanBTI. Check out our official website at binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. Go ahead, go on there, rate us 5 stars every time, and then you can comment. We'll probably answer back, and then check us out. Well, usually we do. I think that's it. Oh, Stitcher, Player FM, BThanBTI.
Oh, I fucked it up. It is Love and Warren, all the words together, not the ampersand.
And then you can check out Love and Warren with hashtag BadCupidSays.
Yes. Thank you. Great shit.
Ask us questions with hashtag AskBThanBTI. All one word.
Many questions remain unanswered.
Yeah.